Alright, yo yo yo, it's your boy Kid Neo, and we're back with the world of Boridil. D&D, yeah! Alright, so, the last time we left our heroes, you guys had just finished helping Verdraig become not a rabbit, and you did a nice little,
Mostly.
yeah, mostly rabbit. Mostly not rabbit. He still has the ears, but he's mostly not a rabbit. After you rescued him, it was time to talk to the goblins and figure out, hey, is there any way that we can make peace, or do we have to go to war with these guys? So you guys found you guys talked to the council, and they gave their terms to initially for just Siege. They were planning on just grouping up and allying with Siege. But you guys decided, let's try to get the kobolds in, or not the kobolds, the goblins in on this too. So the council and Siege have agreed to hear out the goblins and see what their terms are, and then depending on what that meeting is like in, I think, 3 days from where we're starting, 3 days Siege should be in town or be in the mountains, and the meeting with the goblins will happen. Depending on how that meeting goes, determines whether all three of these factions are allies, or if two of them are allies, then they're at war with the kobolds and the goblins. So the last thing that you guys ended up doing was getting the message to Siege and getting a reply saying that he would hear them out. And you were told by Vraz to shoot up 3 fire bolts at that same trade location area to let him know if Siege would hear him out. Since he is going to hear him out, you guys can do that, or you can just leave him in the dark. It's up to you. But that's pretty much where we leave, or where we start. Today's session is you guys are currently in the council chambers all hanging out. And you just got word from Siege that he will hear out the goblins. So it is currently about 2 in the afternoon. What do you guys want to do?
I think we're missing some crucial information. I think we should try to see if we can find anybody who we can talk to about the kobolds and see what their side of the story is.
You just want to kill the goblins.
So, are you up to speed with the kobolds, Rachel?
I think
her,
so.
yeah.
Brady told me about it.
Okay. Because no one's seen them besides Fidrig's father.
Well,
I think we need to talk to Frederick's father and be all like, yo, take us to the kobold.
Memrod
Right.
also had dealings with the kobolds, but he's dead. You guys also saw the goblins did have one captured. So you know that there is... You guys have all seen one yourself in the flesh.
Or should I say talk to them?
Yeah, none of you have ever talked to them, only for Drake's father.
So where are we now? Are we at home?
Yeah, you guys are in the council
Council's
chamber.
chambers.
Who is there? Is my father there?
He is not.
Okay.
He is more than likely at home.
Okay. Would you guys like to come home with me? Again?
Yes, please, Frederick. I'd very much like to speak with your father.
Lead the way.
Okay. I lead the way back home. Again. Wherever that is.
Alright, so you guys end up heading back to Drake's house. Along the way, you can tell the sun is bright, the wind is barely blowing, the town is in its normal hustle and bustle. Seems to be about peak trading hours over at the trading shacks. But it's been a while since you guys have traded with the kobold, so you know that there is a lack of minerals or raw metals in town. As you head towards Drake's house, you guys are walking up towards the door when Drake's father walks out. Oh, hello, son.
Hello. We were just wondering if you could take us to the kobolds.
Take you to them? Like,
Yes.
to trade, or what does it do?
We would like to speak with them and hear their side of the story.
Oh, side of the story for what?
you know, there's this whole debacle with the kobolds and against the goblins, and we just like to hear them out.
That makes sense. That's very mature of you. Besides, instead of just taking a side based on what you hear from one person, I'm actually getting ready to set out on a trade expedition before tomorrow. If you would like to join me.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
When would you get back?
Probably be back within 3 days.
Oh.
And
Okay.
he means back into town in 3 days.
Does that
How long
coincide?
does it take to get there?
Yeah, how long did it take you to get there?
Typically, it takes you guys a little over half a day's travel to get to the trading location. To get to the Goblin's Fortress from there, it takes you about a third of the day total from Irisk. So, more than likely, you'll be camping out for the night if you go. Right,
We have time.
as of right now, you guys have, this is the second day since Siege has started marching. So after today, he's still got 3 full days of marching before he arrives. And you guys don't know what location he plans to come. You don't know if he's going to be just like somewhere else on the outskirts of the mountains or if he's coming to Irisk. That hasn't been asked yet.
But we have time to go on this little side info expedition.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Does everyone have their supplies and gear in ready order?
I want to go to the blacksmith.
All right.
Can
I'd
go
like
to
a
the
chance
blacksmith.
to look over my stuff.
Oh, son, I have to go and talk to Simoth real quick to see what we're offering for trade, so if you would meet me in the town square in about an hour, and then we can set out. We should be able to get to the trade
Alright.
location by nightfall, and then we'll camp out and wait for the kobolds.
All right,
So I
that
will
sounds
see you
good.
guys in about an hour. With that, your father shakes or nods his head and then starts walking towards the council chambers. So, Jeff, you said you wanted to go to the blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. What would you like?
So, you said that we noticed the stalls being low on supplies and whatnot.
Correct.
What do I see at the blacksmith shop? Any
So
signs
you
of that?
see their normal wares. They have armor, they have daggers, swords, weaponry, but you do notice a lack of item creation. They're kind of just sitting by their stall, eagerly waiting for someone to buy their wares.
Okay. Do I see anybody? Do I see the shop owner, or the blacksmith themselves?
Yeah, the blacksmiths themselves deal with all their tradings. They don't have a middleman or anything.
Okay. I go up to them and approach them and get their attention.
Ah, Abaya, what would you like? Everything is
Hello, sir.
actually it's a little overpriced right now. You see, we don't have any materials.
Ah, is that so? Is that because of the kobold trade issue?
Correct. With that whole debacle with Mimrod, we missed last week's trade with the kobolds, and we have run out of raw materials to forge.
Okay. Hold on one moment. And I reach into my bag of holding and pull out a 7.5 chunk of iron. Would this interest you at all? 7.5 pound chunk of iron.
Oh, wow, that's quite a bit of iron. Yeah, we would take that.
Okay.
What's your price?
What would I don't know how much iron is, to be honest.
Well, name your price, and we'll help
Let's
you
see.
figure it out.
I think to for Drake, what do they usually charge for iron?
7.5 pounds.
How much iron is in your sword? How much is your sword weigh?
As well. Hold on. What sword do I have? Long sword. Weighs about 3 pounds. You could probably squeeze 2 long swords out of 7.5 pounds. They
Man,
could
how-
definitely squeeze 2 long swords out of 7.5 pounds. I'm just gonna say it.
And how much is your longsword worth?
Typically, a long sword is worth about anywhere from like 13 to 18 gold pieces,
Okay.
depending on who you talk to.
Okay. So after this long interval of us just kind of standing there awkwardly and
Yes.
wordlessly, okay, I thought about it. You guys can just have this. Here you go.
Really? Just have it?
Yeah, it is. You guys are in tough times right now, and we don't know what's gonna happen with this upcoming I don't know, potential battle. So here you go.
Well, thank you. This is very kind of you.
No, don't worry about it. My name's Yef. nice to meet you. And I walk off.
How do you spell that?
Oh,
JY.
Jyheff. This Yef.
Thank you, Yef.
You're welcome.
Everybody, his name is Yef. They are very thrilled that they have 7 pounds of iron to work with. You can see them starting to light up their forge and get things ready so that they can start crafting something. Most of their wares have gone untouched. Dragonborn don't really have much need for this kind of equipment, and not many adventurers have been coming through, or travelers, I should say, have been coming through the past week since there was nothing new.
I go back to them. I forgot I had some more stuff.
Oh wow.
So I got, and out of my bag, I pull out 14 damaged great axes, 14 hide armors that are damaged,
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot all the loot was in your bag.
And
and a padded leather armor for 5 gold. And I hand them all to them. Say, well, just outfit your warriors with these. We might need them, and make whatever you have to smelt these down.
very well, that is very kind of you, and we, not only us blacksmith, but we, the city of Irisk, are greatly indebted to you.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's all good.
At this
And,
point, you can see a big smile come across their face with your generosity.
And I walk away again, back to the group.
Oh, look at you picking up all the stuff that we kill things for.
Yep.
Did you
Also-
ever
Look
get
at
them
you with the magical bag of
Yeah.
the magical bag of spatial magic. I guess I don't know.
Yes. No, I didn't. I just gave it to them.
Why?
We probably are gonna need them more than we think. I just have the feeling.
Smart. Forging alliances.
Get it? Forging because they're blacksmiths.
I did that on purpose, bitches.
That's great.
Okay. So, Mr. Brady,
Yes,
has it been a day? I think it's still the same day I got zapped last time, right?
correct.
My orb. Okay. I just want to take. I want to take a little rest till I'm good. Till
Well, yeah,
we meet
you,
up with-
you can take a short rest for sure
Are
in
you
between
hurt?
now and the time that you guys set out on your adventure to go meet the kobolds.
Are you
Okay.
hurt?
No, I'm just resting.
Just feelings.
Yeah.
His feelings are hurt.
All right.
And
Does anyone
also
else
noticed-
have things to do?
I also noticed in my hand a ring is gone. I'm like, ha.
Yes, because they took that from you.
I think we're all set on doing stuff.
I don't know if I have anything to do.
Dan, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing terrific.
Awesome.
Let's see, you weren't with us last session, correct?
Correct.
All right, so quick recap. You guys got an alliance forged between Irisk and Siege the Crimson. Jeff wanted to get the goblins in on this, so you guys went and talked to them. You found out that they're definitely going to war with kobolds regardless of what happens. They'll fight Siege and Irisk too if they have to, but they're cool with making an alliance. So you talked to Siege via owl messenger thing, and Siege is going to hear them out on their terms, and if he likes what he hears, an alliance is forged. If he doesn't, war between goblins, kobolds, Siege, and Iris. Fun. At this moment in time, you guys are about to embark on a trade quest with for Drake's father to
Nice.
go and trade with the kobolds because it is time, or it's that time of the week to go and do the trade. It's currently about 2 p.m. You guys are meeting with him at 3 p.m. So if there's anything in the shops or anything you want to do roleplay wise, now is the time.
I would like to go talk to my jeweler friend about this,
All right.
if necessary.
I wake up and follow him to the jewelers.
I sense something with my senses.
So while they're doing that, Frederick is going to like be in the town square. And he's just gonna essentially play a song of rest, but he's gonna have his mage hand be doing various mimicries of sword thrusts and slashes with the sword
Interesting.
because he can.
Gotcha.
I-
So
Before-
you're
hey,
you're playing your lute and
I'm performing.
yeah, you're doing a performance.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
show.
I send my raven up as high as it can go, just to scout out the area above us and around us.
100 feet.
Before I do
Ish.
that, can I look at for Drake's eyes real quick?
Sure thing.
What do I see?
Okay.
You see the same coloration as the last time you looked. One of them is yellow and the other is purple.
Okay, got it. Alright, yeah. Can I at least look into the jeweler shop and see what she's up to?
Sure. When you walk over there, you can see her sitting there, Nifa, sitting there, but she's got her arms crossed. She's not wearing her spectacles that she usually wears, and she has all of her items laid out.
Interesting. Can I go in?
By the way,
And-
you missed this
yes.
because you weren't here yet, but the whole Memrod and Fredreg's family fiasco thing, you guys, or the city of Iris, missed the trade window last week. So the raw materials that are normally here were not here, so a lot of the
Okay.
crafters don't have the capabilities.
Gotcha. Well then, with that knowledge, I'm going to not go in and not bother her because I'm pretty sure she's going to be mad. So I will not do that. And there will
By
be
the way,
no-
did you bind your Ruby of the War Mage or whatever?
I did.
Okay, and it's
I
on your
did.
short sword?
Yes,
Noted.
You have a short sword?
I do.
What?
I have a quarterstaff and a short sword.
Okay.
I just noticed the Martin's one shot, the rabbit painting,
Oh.
still in the thing.
You finally looked at it?
No, I saw it still there.
Isn't it great?
It is.
All right, so
So
anything else anyone needs to do or purchase?
Does,
I don't think Bill has anything he needs to do, but if he gets back, we'll backtrack and do that once he gets back.
joined the group and then said, then I said to him, "Hey, watch me for a second. I'm gonna go look through the Raven's eyes," and I warg into the Raven.
All right, so you sit there with everyone sort of watching you. Fredreg's still doing his thing. Fredreg, at this point, you've gotten about 5 gold's worth of
Yes.
from folks walking by and sort of enjoying the performance. So,
Street
you-
peddling.
yeah, you're sitting there and your eyes roll into the back of your head, and all you can see is the whites from Hif's eyes. And then now you are looking through the sight of your raven. Roll a perception check.
Let's find my Raven sheet.
So looking around, it's a nice sunny day. The breeze where you're at is bearable for a raven. It's not throwing you off of your flight path or anything like that. Off in the distance, You don't see anything in the hills or the mountains. Just normal, good old day.
Okay.
Interesting.
I walk back and tell everyone this. I don't really see anything out there. Coast is clear. Just to give them a random update.
Dope. At this point, you guys notice that Anara is kind of sitting against the wall of the council chambers. She's got her poisoner's kit out, and she's sort of tinkering with it. Looks like she is trying to create some poison.
Nice.
Welcome back, Bill. Is there anything you want to do in town?
No, I'm good.
Okie dokie. Give me 1 second to roll for Anara on her poisoner's kit. You see her as she's mixing her potions or her vials of different concoctions. You see a smirk on her face. More than likely, she's just created something.
Nice.
You okay there, Inara?
Oh yes, I'm just making some. We'll say that if the need arises, we'll be good.
Okay. Okay.
Alright. Okay.
Alright, so if no one else has anything to do, for Drake, add 10 gold total from your performance through this hour.
Yay.
Actually, roll a performance check for me real quick. I lied, not 10 gold yet. Alright, 10 gold.
Exactly 10.
Exactly 10. People are like, huh, a Dragonborn that has some actual artistic skill. That's pretty neat. So at this point, as you guys are waiting, you look over towards the council chambers, and as the door opens for Drake's father, walks through the threshold and begins to come towards you guys. Are you guys all ready to go? Do you have all the supplies you need? We will be camping overnight.
I'm good, yeah. I'm ready.
Great.
Bill, I don't know if you were here for it, but you guys are going on a trade expedition with him to meet the kobolds.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun. Just following along, you know.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, if there's nothing else to do, let us be on our way.
What do I see for Drake's father taking with him on this trade mission? Does he have a wagon, or is it just him?
Yeah, he's got a wagon that has 2 mules pulling it. Inside of the wagon are a lot of weapons, armor. You see some meats and produce from the latest huntsman expedition, plus from the farm, on the outskirts of the mountains that the Dragonborn tend to. The main source of the Dragonborn's trade with the kobolds is that they get raw resources from the kobolds in trade for produce and foods, since the kobolds live underground in the heart of the mountains. At least that's what you guys understand. You don't know where exactly they live, because no one knows exactly, their exact location except for the goblins.
Okay. Is there enough room for all of us to sit in the cart, or are we walking?
Well, I mean, you
We
guys
have
have your
horses.
horses and stuff too.
Oh, you?
Yes. You guys
forgot.
have your
Keep going over
horses
this.
and you have a cart. Now, if you guys want to bring your cart, you can, or you can leave it here.
Do we need the cart? Or
Yeah, we
wouldn't
need to
it?
put in it.
Will the cart slow us down?
The cart would make it to where you don't have to bring all of your horses with you if you guys sit inside of the cart. But because he has the cart full of stuff, he's going to be taking a nice brisk pace. He's not going to be going fast to make sure it doesn't tip over on the windy roads of the mountain. So you guys bringing your cart isn't gonna slow it down.
But
Okay.
what if when we need to leave, we have to like gallop away towards the goblin? If we took our cart, it might slow us down.
If that does happen.
Look, you guys
Yeah.
can take the cart. I'm fine with it. I'm going to take my horse because
Um,
apparently I have one of those. I'm going to ride it.
If we ask for Jake's father, if we take the cart, would that help him in any way with trade?
Well, I've only been sanctioned to trade the materials that I have in my cart, so it really makes no difference if you bring yours or not.
Okay. I vote not cart.
The vote is henceforth passed as no cart will be taken.
No cart.
Yeah, I really don't care.
Yeah, we have one not cart and one don't care.
Yeah, so at that point, the don't care is a not cart. So, yeah, you guys end up parking the cart near the stables. You guys know that it's there. The stable master knows that it's there. It's all good. Hi, puppy. By the way, everyone, it's Splinter's birthday.
Happy birthday, Splinter.
Happy birthday, Splinter.
He says, because he's breathing heavily because it's hot.
He's told me that before, so you know.
I know, right?
Just pat him on the head for me.
I got you. What's up, pup? I think he's got to use the bathroom. Go lay down. All right, so at this point, you guys park the cart. You get on your horses and stuff. Bill is on his hellhound,
Ominous.
and
I think the hellhound got killed in the mountain pass, and I summoned something else.
was it the ram then? You have a ram.
I think that sounds right.
Oh yeah, that is true. So yeah, Bill is riding his ram instead. All right, so
Does it have curly horns?
It does. It's that kind.
Does it have a name?
Scarlet.
Scarlet. That's right.
Lexi.
Also, I don't actually think you ever named it. I made that as a joke because at first it was a boar.
Yeah, but I appreciated the joke, so we went with it.
Most dope. All right. So everyone mounts up. For Drake's father gets onto the wagon. Does anyone want to ride shotgun with him, or does everyone want their own horse?
I want my own horse.
I would like to ride shotgun if everybody.
I'm going to ride on the side of my father on my horse.
Noted.
I think it's called riding short bow in this time period.
Haha.
We have a time period?
I mean,
Well, in this
medieval
age.
fantasy, yeah.
Seems to have a theme. Like we're in the medievalish kind of theme.
I do like that,
It's
riding
really
short bow.
appropriate to call it that.
Well, I guess we wouldn't know if it's medieval, but we're in the current time. Like,
Player knowledge,
medieval-
you would. Character
Oh,
knowledge,
you're right.
it's
It's
the
riding
normal time.
crossbow.
Yeah.
I think riding crossbow makes a little more sense.
I can dig it. All right, so Nishan's riding crossbow. He hops up. You leave your specific steed at the stable as well, and the stable master said that he'll watch it for your charge this time. Next time you'll have to pay.
Oh, thank you. Awesome. Thanks.
Because of the good deeds you guys have done around town, you guys are pretty renowned here, known as local heroes, pretty much. Also, each of you now has the title of Rabbit Slayer. Also kidding.
I
think
No, I want to keep.
You know, I was taking you for face value there. Like, that
I
made
know.
sense.
I don't think the town knows that you guys slayed rabbits, actually. You guys haven't really told anybody. Anyway, you guys cart up, and then for Drake's father, looks to everyone. All right, well, if somebody could maybe stride ahead and watch out for any creatures of sorts, that would be lovely. Anyone want
I'll
to
do
do
it.
that?
Oh, man.
All right, active volunteers, very, very eagerly. Oh, just ride about 10 paces forward, please, and just keep an eye out. Who would like to stay in the back about 10 paces back from the group to make sure nothing follows us?
That would be me.
Adeline raises his hand. I will do it.
That'd be me.
I would like to ride alongside the cart, but warg myself into the raven and attach the horse to the cart somehow with the rope.
That works. So you'll be flying as
Can
your
you
raven.
keep balance?
Yes.
Yeah, he'd be able to keep balance. He doesn't have his sight or
I
other
guess he can
senses,
feel.
but yeah, he'd be able to feel stuff. And then for Drake, you're gonna stand or ride along by your father. Okay. Anara is also going to ride in the back near Adeline and keep watch in the back. So it is about, let me see. So it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. As you guys set out, go ahead and I need Adeline and Akta and Anara to roll perception rolls, as well as Jeff as Raven.
The raven.
So am I on the left side or the right side?
You'll be on the left side.
Yes. Perfect.
All right, real quick. Moving it over to the map
Oh,
that
word.
I created.
Oh, you create. Oh, this is nice.
We
this
back.
Neat.
This is nice.
Thank you, thank you. It was pretty fun making it. That
I should use that one day. Stop being easy.
all right. So you guys are in Irisk, and you know that the trade location is about 8 miles north. So right around this area. The Goblin Fortress from there is an additional 4 miles to 8 miles. You don't know exactly, but it's around this area. So as you guys head towards the trade location, let's see. Jeff, you're Raven. As you're flying around, you're kind of looking around. You don't really see anything outside of the ordinary. Every time you sort of look down, a cloud hits you in the face, and then you don't see much. And then you swing or fly by.
Okay.
Rachel, in front of you, you see a pretty steady path. It's pretty narrow, and there's about a ravine about 50 feet down to the side, so you know exactly why for Drake's father takes it slow on this path, especially with a cart full of goodies. You don't see anything out of the ordinary, though. Behind you guys, is Bill not with us?
Bill has
Bill.
exited the chat.
I think
Yeah,
he's
he did.
probably off his phone, getting on his computer, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, so we'll just say that they got a 26. That'll be fine. Anara and Adeline keep looking behind, making sure nothing's following. Every so often, there are a couple of dire wolves that hop onto the trail and sort of sniff to see if there's anything worth attacking your little caravan for. But after seeing your numbers, they kind of shy away and walk back to their den. So you know that there are creatures out there, but luckily nothing has popped off yet. And nothing will. So you travel about 8 hours when you finally get to the trade location, which you guys all know and love. Oh, I need to get rid of those guys.
I attack
There are
it.
no goblins there.
EO tent.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, you never technically took away your tent, so it's still there. It's kind of shambled though.
Are we really doing that?
No, I'm joking.
Aw. Aw.
All right, so you guys get to the trade location. Just because I don't actually have a token for Drake's father, we will just use The Dragonborn soldier. So he stands towards the top, and he's sort of, you can see him sort of looking around. It is roughly around 10:30, 11 p.m. And he looks over at Drake. They should be here within the next 20 minutes or so, so we have a little time to kill. Shall we go ahead and make camp?
Sure.
Sure.
I typically like
make
to sleep over this way, and he points towards that area. It's got pretty good, what's it called? Cover from the wind, just in case, you know, it picks up with the rock face and all. Not to mention, you can only be seen from one side if any creatures come by.
Okay.
All right.
Where is he putting his stuff at for trade, though? Over there or on top of the hill?
He's keeping it over where the camp is going to be, because he's got to discuss price and stuff before he shows the wares.
Okay. I'll go with.
Okay, so he grabs all the stuff and starts walking. He rides his cart over there, starts unpacking. He's got a couple tents, extra tents if anyone needed one.
Oh, yeah, picnic.
Yeah.
I, of course, have my own tent.
Yeah.
It's my
So
way.
everybody is able to pitch their own tent because he was prepared and brought some more. Let's see. While you guys are making camp, who wants to make the fire?
I'll make a fire.
Having trouble there, Bill? I'll take the silence as a yes, question mark. If he's still on his phone, it's probably just hard to unmute.
While we're
Are you
making a
asking?
fire.
Sorry. People keep calling, and it keeps changing it so that the volume comes out of the earpiece instead of on speaker.
Oh, that would do it, yeah.
Yeah, so I have to keep disconnecting and reconnecting to get it back. What was the question?
Is there anything that you do specifically while setting up camp, or are you just gonna, do what Adeline does and find a tree?
Find a tree, set up right underneath it with a little blanket, make some prayers.
Is there any wood around me?
There's bits and pieces of branches and stuff. There are a couple of nice tall trees that you would be able to break a couple limbs to make firewood out of.
I do so with these spells that I have. Shock and Grasp, Shock and Grasp, and Firebolt and Ray of Frost. Like Shock and Grasp, the branches that are low enough for me to grab, and then Ray of Frost, so it doesn't catch on fire.
Noted. So
Okay.
you use your spells at your disposal to gather up some firewood. It takes you roughly the whole 20 minutes to gather all the firewood because it's an arbitrary task.
Before that happened, can I tell my Raven to look out above and just alert me if anything happens?
Sure thing. Roll a perception for the Raven.
Yes.
All right. Being that it is the dead of night and your Raven has no dark vision, he sees the stars. He sees electricity periodically coming from your fist, and until you get the fire started, he doesn't even really know where you guys are.
Okay.
The cloud cover is blocking most of the moonlight at this moment, so for Drake and his father are walking around with their lanterns, more than likely.
Yes. I am going to make a campfire with Mott in the box.
Okay.
So, roughly 20 minutes go by as you guys set up camp. Nothing seems to be around. You guys don't hear anything. Your Raven doesn't hear anything to alert you. But the ones of you with dark vision, your vision is limited to the 60 feet, so beyond the 60 feet, you don't really see much. But you feel relatively safe. You've got a lot of numbers. There's nothing to really be worried about.
While we're setting up camp as well, can we talk to Frederick's father about the Coldors, or does he know anything more about them other than
Yeah, ask your questions. Role play time.
Excuse me, Mr. Frederick's father, can I speak with you for a few minutes?
His name is Pyrearth.
Fire.
Yeah, you would know his
What
name
I
is Pyrus.
said.
Yes, definitely. What would you like to ask?
What more can you tell me about these people?
The kobolds.
People as in the kobolds.
Yes, sir.
Well, they've lived in the Dragonrid Mountains for probably as long as we Dragonborn have. A couple hundred years or so. They may have been here sooner, but they definitely didn't come after us, that's for sure. So I would say that the Dragonrid Mountains are more their home than they are ours.
Have they always been pleasant or at least cordial to the Dragonborn?
Oh, well, things, alliances as they start out are always rocky. You're trying to figure out how can we keep the others happy and keep ourselves, situational and happy as well. So it started rocky, and then things got better once we figured out exactly what the kobolds had in stock and what they were willing to trade and what they were willing to trade for. As of the past couple months, though, things have been getting dire. They've doubled their prices for half of the amounts that they used to give us, so we haven't been able to figure out why.
And they give you no reason, just suddenly demanding more?
In all honesty, I've actually never really asked. I just told them that their trade deals were a little leaning towards their side and that we should try to find even ground. But they said no, they needed it. They've got more to take care of, I guess. And well, Selma signed off on it, and I just do as she tells me.
Do you know if they eat anything other than what you bring them? Do they make their own food, or can they grow nothing in the mountains?
Well, whatever they can forage, they probably eat. There's quite a few berry bushes around. I don't think they're much of hunters themselves, but if they can find a deer or mountain ram or something like that, they can probably take it out. Other than that, all the produce that we bring, corn, potatoes, tomatoes, all types of stuff, they seem to like it. As well as the meat that we bring. Bison, elk.
Thank you for your information. I really appreciate it.
Oh, yes. Oh, also, they really like fish.
Is it like a treat?
Not really a treat, but they seem to enjoy it. They eat the thing whole, bones and all.
Ugh.
Ooh. Do they fry it?
I don't believe they do.
God, I love fried fish.
Have you gotten to know any of them personally?
There was one that I knew personally. His name was Meepo. He used to be the main trader, but after he had told me their new prices, and he agreed to my old prices, they changed out the kobold to someone a little more stern, so I feel like Meepo was possibly a very passive kobold, and they didn't like that, so they switched him out. And that is why it's been so tough. Meepo and I had a good rapport. I also don't know what's become of him, because he usually would be with the other gentleman, the other kobold, every time they do trades, and as of the last couple weeks, I have not seen him.
Have they given any reason for his absence?
They just say that he has not been around. They haven't found him themselves. They think he ran
Do
away.
they seem worried?
Not really. It doesn't seem like they really liked
Strange.
Meepo.
Hmm.
Meepo was a good kobold.
Are kobolds easily offended?
Depends, I guess. They don't really like to be called lizards or newts or anything like that. They see themselves as full-fledged dragons, which, if, well, I'm sure you've seen a kobold or two, maybe, have you? You would have
Just
seen,
one.
yeah.
Just one, yes.
Well, they are definitely not the size of Dragonborn. They are much smaller, and if anything's close to a dragon, it would be us Dragonborn. So, as long as you do not call them anything less than a dragon, then you shouldn't offend them.
They seem so weak. Do they have any special powers or forces that you know of?
Well, their weakness and their strength is, brought back by the strength of numbers that they have. Kobolds are said to be within the thousands in their own little societies, which is way more than what the Dragonborn have right now.
Sort of like a goblin. Perhaps if you got one on its own, it wouldn't be so hard, but in large numbers.
Exactly.
Formidable foe.
The more kobolds, the worse. But, I mean, that goes with pretty much any foe.
Correct.
So, the kobolds should be here any minute now. Are there any other questions?
Do they like rope?
I mean, they could probably use the rope during their mining, but other than that, I don't think they have a hunger for rope, if that's what you mean, son.
Okay.
Would it be best for us to let you do the talking?
Well, with the trading, yes. If you have questions, you can try to ask them yourself.
Okay. Should we wait for you to talk to them about trading first, and then interject? Or
Yes, please. I would rather go ahead and get the trade underway,
Yes.
and then after that, just in case you upset them, kobolds are very finicky, especially when there's, 1, 2, 3, 7 of us.
okay.
That's a good point.
From the distance, you guys can hear faint footsteps. Oh, it sounds like they are here. Let us go on to the top of the hill. That is usually where we make our trades, just because you can see all around and make sure you're not getting ambushed. It makes them feel more
Wow.
safe.
Okay.
Alright, so with that, is everyone joining?
I'm joining.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the raven still up there. Still nighttime though, isn't it?
Anara looks at all of you and she says, I don't really trust these kobolds, so I'm going to hide and make sure that they don't try to pull one over on us from a distance. Let me
Don't
make
you
sure
roll for
she's
stealth?
stealth. Yeah.
Okay, so we're saying that the goods are still. Wow.
As she's climbing the rocks, she keeps on. She grabs some rocks and it comes loose, and then the kobolds look over and look directly at her. Hidden girl. And she decides that it's best to just reveal herself. That cliff face in front of you is about 5 feet tall. So
Okay,
like
so
your
we can't
head peers above it. But if you were to try to cast spells or anything, it could be difficult.
Okay, so what about? Okay. Let's go here. That should be.
Yeah, from right there you can see the tents mostly, or because there's a campfire over there. I'll draw
Right.
it. It's a shit campfire, but you know
It looks like it's flipping us off.
that is true. That's pretty funny.
That is- okay, yeah. Then I will. Yeah. I think I should be good right there.
Which scaly one do we talk to?
I point to my father.
That would be me. I will be doing the trading as usual. What scaly bring for us? We bring the usual. We've got weapons, armor, and food. We don't have as much as you requested last time, but this should do for this week's trade. Scaly no terms. Scaly must follow terms. Well, you do understand where I'm coming from, hopefully. The terms that you set, they don't really help us Dragonborn. In fact, we'd probably be better off without trading with those terms. So I suggest that you take what we have, and you give us what you have, and we make it a deal. Show us. Drake, could you please go and fetch the cart, please, son?
Okay.
Usually Memrod would do that, but, well.
Just gonna go fetch the entire cart on myself.
Yeah. So, you go down there.
Some minutes later.
Yeah, it does take you a while. You got your little lantern. You're not really used to this location. But it takes you about 5 minutes to bring up the cart. While you're doing that, one of the kobolds goes and they retrieve a couple sacks. So they have probably about 4 sacks worth of different gems and raw resources, and they put it on the ground.
While you're going to get the cart, can I see anything extra with my dark vision up here?
Nothing besides the 3 kobolds in front of you. So they don't have anybody else that's with them. Beyond the 60 feet, you can't see anything. But it didn't look like they were leaving any anybody behind for like ambush or anything, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, thanks.
Scaly one, show us. Yes. And he reaches into the cart and he shows some spears, a couple shields, some tiny chain armor, stuff like that. Ooh, shiny, shiny! Does Scaly have any gems? Any crowns? Hold on one second. I remember her. Where'd she put it? Nifa, why didn't you give me that? Well, it would seem I do not have any gems with me.
I hand
You
him
mean
5
gems
carnelians.
like-
Carnelian gems. I hand him 5.
Polished rock.
Cool. So you hand him 5. Oh, yes, this is what we have. Gems are shiny. Really shiny. Kobolds give half for this. Only half for everything that I have? Yes. Kobolds only trade half. Your father looks at you, Drake. This is not how these things usually go. Do you guys happen to have anything that you could help offer? We need all those materials.
I
I
hand
have an
him
ass load of rope.
I think I have a 3rd morning star.
If you want to put anything into the pile, type it into the chat.
I'm looking.
As the kobolds look at Drake unpiling all this rope, they look at first as he's just doing it. After a couple minutes of him still pulling out rope, now they've got their... How does Scaly do that? What magic?
I am the rope summoner.
Rope summoner. For
I've
rope, we
traveled
give
far
one
and
extra
wide
bag.
with this magic power.
That's 1,000 feet. How much rope can you make?
Infinite.
My rope powers are unlimited.
My rope powers are maximum.
At least, to your knowledge, it's infinite.
Okay. So
One day
how
I'll
much would
just sort of
you
run
give
out.
us for 2,000 feet of rope?
Only need 1,000.
Are you sure? I mean, I thought you mined a lot. You wouldn't happen to need more for later?
We have rope.
Okay.
Other shiny gem.
Is
Is it worth 1,000 or 100 platinum? How'd you get that? When'd you get that?
Jesus.
I never gave you that.
My bad. I typed
Yeah,
it in
no,
wrong.
you're good. Ooh, shiny, shiny. 3 bags and half of another.
Are you serious?
Not just for that. So far, total with everything you guys have
Oh.
given, they are willing to give 3.5 bags.
Out of
Okay.
what all do they have?
They brought 5 bags. Pyroth looks at him. Surely this is enough. There's plenty of gems. There's plenty of weapons. You've got all types of rope. If anyone would like to say anything to the kobolds, I will let one person make a case.
Oh, that's hard. I don't have the thinky thing like everybody else, right?
You do not.
Can I like whisper to somebody that's like got better oratory skills than I do?
we can touch. Well, this is okay. This is us knowledge, not player knowledge, or not character knowledge. You can I can hold the stone in my hand and you can touch it, and then you could, touch all of us that way. But there's no way to tell you that at the moment.
She would. No,
Would
that
she
was
know that?
Morveer that you did that with.
Uh-huh.
So no, she hasn't seen that. She's seen you guys talk with the stones, and she knows that you guys have the stones, but she doesn't know that you are able to let her touch the stone while you touch it, and everybody still communicate.
I mean, maybe she could whisper that she wants to talk to us, but
Make a stealth check for
No,
me,
Dan, we can't
Akta.
just jump these guys.
So she whispers under her breath,
We need to find out their side of the story, but I don't know how to say anything about that without us getting jumped.
and who does she say that to? All of us, or just Martin?
she sort of talks to Frederik, but Jeff, you would be able to hear it too.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I pull out my stone, put in my palm, and say, "Touch this." I do it so I'm standing
Stealthily?
I'm standing forward, but my hand's like behind my back, and she just like steps in between us and touches it.
Okie dokie. From the Kolbob's perspective, you guys look like lovers.
Kinky.
Yeah.
Ah,
You attempt to hold hand.
Yeah, roll a slight. I'm just joking. So now Acta is able to think and speak with you guys in thought telepathy form. So if you guys wish to discuss things, you may for a moment.
So I think, what the hell was that?
the sending stones.
Oh,
We only have
I
6.
can hear
Still,
you now.
Yep. Still working on trying to get more, or make
Those
more.
are bad.
Bad?
Badass.
Oh, bad. Okay. Yes.
So how we need to know what's up with these kobolds, but I'm really bad at talking to people. I don't
Just
want
go
to
through
just.
the trade first, and then we can talk.
Yeah. Let's. As they're leaving, we can try.
Alright.
Oh,
Somebody
So-
should take the lead though, because I can't talk.
okay. I'd probably say for Drake to talk to them.
He's gentle enough.
So as we're standing here, are they still like waiting for more stuff to appear?
Yes. They don't
Um,
want rope.
Okay. Well, not that not that much rope.
Well, they don't want any more rope.
Okay. What would they do for one regular ass hoe, like garden hoe?
But you have that?
I still have that. Yes,
Where are you keeping that?
in my
Kobold, no
pocket.
need.
Regular asshole. No.
A thought.
No, the garden. No, you can. Oh yeah, you guys don't grow like garden food, do you?
They live underground.
What about parchment paper? Are you used for that?
No need for that. Gold?
I have gold.
Ooh, gold shiny.
I
Gold.
have some gold.
How much
Have they
gold
ever
do you
have they ever
want?
seen a platinum before?
You can pull one out and see.
I pull one out and say, "Have you seen this before?"
Ooh, that's shinier than gold. We take that. 10 of them.
I only have. I think to the rest of the group, I only have 6. I'll only give them 1. How many do you guys have?
I don't have any platinum.
I have only
Uh,
gold.
I say this is the only one I have. It's very rare.
I speak up. I'll say, like, what about his 1 platinum piece and some garnet?
Hmm.
And I show him the garnet that I have.
You pull out the garnet and they say, garnet and 5 platinum.
I only have the 1 though.
Garnet, 1 platinum.
5 platinum. At this point, Anara shifts through her pocket, getting annoyed, and throws 5 platinum at them.
That sounds
Ooh.
very out of character.
Indeed.
Does she like somehow take back more than she threw at them?
Is she,
Or-
yeah, is she gonna,
I assume she shaved some of them, but you know.
More than likely, maybe.
They're probably fake.
yeah, that's probably fake, right? I can think that.
She's just some random.
So yeah,
ass
she
little
throws
pieces that
5.
she's
Ooh,
really,
and
really
they pick it
polished.
up, and
She made 90.
everyone make a perception check, except for Nishan and Adeline. You guys are too far away.
Dude,
And I
does
love
Raven make it
perception
as well?
checks.
Raven is
Perception
too far
checks are
away.
my favorite thing.
So I can't see that?
No, the platinum pieces are too tiny. Not to mention you've got 4 bodies in front of you, blocking what the kobolds would see.
I thought it was. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was. My bad. My bad.
So from the direction everyone's looking, as Anara throws the kobolds the coins, they scurry to grab them. Jif and Ferdrag don't really pay attention to it, but Acta, you can see that they are slimmer than normal platinum pieces.
Knew it.
Ooh, shiny, shiny.
Inara, remind me to talk to you later about where you got those. I think.
She looks at you and doesn't say anything.
As is her way.
At this point, the kobold looks at Nishan. Garnet.
I throw them the garnet pieces.
All right. So everyone, Rachel, take away your extra morning star. Dan, your garnet and your amethyst, and then Martin, you don't have to worry about the rope because you have a bag of infinite.
Yeah, I took away all my stuff as well. So
Okay, cool. And then the kobolds put all these things together, and you can see them counting everything. Yes, yes, yes. All bags to Scaly. We take cart. Well, you can have the things in the cart, but you can't take the cart. That's fine. We have cart our own. And you can hear one of the kobolds. He makes his way down the mountain, and then he starts coming back up. It takes him about 10 minutes to pull this cart. Obviously, it's a 3-man job, but he's doing it alone for whatever reason. While he's doing that, the floor is open if you guys would like to talk to the kobolds.
Betrayed, now's your chance. I'm thinking.
What do you want to know about the kobolds?
is there any way we could meet with their leader to is there a way we could come back to their city and meet with their leader to discuss an important matter?
I'm going to now speak
Okie dokie.
out loud. I am curious about why you need such supplies for my risk. Kobolds.
Kobolds like shiny. Shiny makes kobolds happy. Shiny, kobolds, happy, work harder.
Alright, that seems reasonable.
Also,
Do you
kobolds
have-
multiply, need more food.
You say so you would say you breed like rabbits.
Rabbit?
I see.
That's rabbit with a question mark.
Does do we have that picture?
I don't remember specifically hearing anyone say they took
I thought
No, it's
I
in
thought
my
you-
I
room.
thought somebody took it.
I thought you took it.
It's in my room.
Oh,
they didn't. Yeah, he took it home, but no one took it with you guys here.
Can we
okay.
sketch a rabbit in the dirt?
It's fine. It doesn't matter that much. Surely there must be some other reason for wanting so many extra supplies.
Kobold not allowed to say.
Not allowed to say.
Only
Could just
leader.
be
Only
between
Guck
you and
can
us.
tell you.
Yuck.
Guck is leader. Guck true kobold.
True kobold. Interesting.
Mighty kobold. Strongest kobold.
Is there a way I could meet with Guck? I
Kobold
would
can
very
ask
much
Guck,
like to talk.
but Guck does not usually leave home.
Ask him, can we go to Guck?
No, Kobold no take you home. Kobold will ask though. He looks at the other Kobold and they speak.
I suppose you'd be back when?
Well, let's see. Who all can speak Draconic?
I think I can. And
I know for Drake can.
I should hope I can speak Draconic.
yeah, I got it. I got it.
I might put that on mine actually.
I will look for. Yeah, you can speak Draconic too, Adeline.
My language, so she doesn't
Yeah,
hate
here's my second one.
Let's see. No, and all right. So at this point, Jiff, Adeline, and for Drake, you guys all hear the Kobold say to the other Kobold, Go ask if Guck will come. It should only take him a little while. If he use secret entrance. Right. Be back. At this point, he turns around. We go ask Guck for you. And the one
I
Kobold
think
starts to
to an
scurry
aura.
down.
I
Inara,
man my
apparently they have
raven
a
to
secret
follow him
entrance
as
somewhere.
far as he can go.
You can have your Raven fly that way, but at the altitude he's at, he can't even see the Kobold.
Okay. Can he get low enough to see him in the dark? Or the direction he went?
Somewhat out to 100 feet he can fly, and he sees as the Kobold starts to run away. But beyond that, the Kobold takes a sharp turn and disappears from his sight.
If Miranda were actually here, I would recommend to her that she go try to find out where the secret entrance is.
But she's already.
And she would
front of
probably
us.
try that. But she will try anyway with a stealth check at disadvantage.
Try and send the ram too, because he's intelligent.
Oh, isn't one person behind? Isn't Dan? He's down there.
Yeah, I can
Can't see
see
him.
them. I can
Yeah.
see them to like right here.
Yeah. At this point, the Kobold is able to notice all of you. He is looking around. Does anyone want to do a distraction or anything?
Are you talking about
I'm
the one
going
in
to
front of us?
perform. I'm
Say that
going to
again,
take out
Josh.
my loot.
You're talking about the one in front of us, right?
Yeah. Because he's the only one
also-
noticing you guys right now.
What, this guy right here?
I send my raven as far as he can go and have him patrol that area to see anything potentially.
Yeah, he doesn't see anything.
Okay. I will help Drake with my mage hand and magic, entertain or whatever he plans to do.
All right.
It'll be the same kind of performance that I put on in the town.
As you pull out the
With the
loot, the
music and the
kobold
sword
sort of
dancing.
looks towards you, and with that, Anara sort of jumps down a level and kneels down. The kobold doesn't notice, and she starts to sneak around.
She does whatever it is that she does when she does this.
Yeah. She is able to get into the trees, and she follows the cliff. Oh, I got a cramp in my leg. Fuck.
And Honora just
Yeah.
falls down from the trees because of the cramp in her leg.
Yeah. No, she, so the one kobold is still down there trying to pull this cart by himself. Let me roll a perception check for her. So as she's going around, she can see as the kobold is ducking down between trees, ducking down between rocks and stuff like that, scurrying as fast as he can. Before he gets to a certain location, he stops and he turns around. I might as well keep her sheet open. But he doesn't notice Inara. So he looks, and then he jumps forward, disappearing from sight. And at this point, Inara's a little too far away. She stealths her way over there. As she looks over the cliff, it's about a 10-foot drop into a sort of like cliffside, and then she loses track of the kobold. So she knows the general location, and she continues to look around. At this point, as she's looking, she jumps down, and she's looking around, and then she notices a small little crevice, small little crevice in the side of the wall, a little smaller than what your average kobold would be. And as she peers through the crack in the wall, she can hear the sound of scurrying footsteps of the kobold that she was following. With that information, she knows that she is too big to get into that crevice, and she starts to make her way back home.
Felt it.
Good job, Inara, for rolling really well when you weren't even here.
Ow.
Got him.
Everything I've rolled for her so far has been 16 and above.
Got him.
Pretty insane. So she returns. The kobold was kind of enthralled by your performance and didn't even notice that she was gone. At this point, the one kobold finally gets the cart up there, and they both start to load up the cart while your father asks you guys to help him with the sacks to put into his own cart.
I'm gonna go help.
Alright.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Put away my stuffs. I help.
Roughly after the carts are loaded, about 10 minutes pass by where the kobolds are kind of just sitting there with their cart. And you guys can hear scurried footsteps coming from below the hill. And then you can see the one kobold has returned, and with him, another kobold that's slightly larger than the rest of them. And he wears a... You think it's some type of like deer skull or something like that, but they have crafted it to where it looks like a dragon skull. And he wears that on his head. Kobolds wanted to speak to Guck. Guck here.
Guck. How may I call you? Just Guck?
Guck is fine. I don't like that voice. Guck is fine. You wanted to speak, Kobold? Now's your chance.
I was wondering if there are any special needs for your for your people. Uh, for example, I know that your compatriot has deemed us worthy to know that you guys have been breeding a lot and therefore need more food and such. But I was wondering about stuff like the weapons and armor that you guys apparently need.
Yes, weapons, armor. They make kobolds feel safe.
American.
With more kobolds with goblins attacking, kobolds need to stay safe.
Why are the goblins attacking the kobolds? Do they have a reason that the kobolds know of?
Kobolds live peacefully in mines.
Sorry, I thought that. I should have just said that I thought it.
Oh, you thought it? Okay.
I'm letting Padraig do all the talking.
Noted.
Sir, have you provoked the goblins in any way?
Kobolds run out of things to mine. They move mines further inward. They strike gold. They strike goblins. Goblins try to take gold from kobolds. We fight. Luckily,
What?
kobolds have dragon.
So
Ah,
they
you have a
made their way
dragon.
into goblin territory?
Yes.
When did they meet the goblins? How long ago?
It would have been a couple of years ago that this first interaction happened.
Okay.
I would very much like to meet this dragon.
Oh no, dragon no take visitors.
Ah,
Is
if I were to bring some sort of offering, would the dragon be interested in me?
You just gave offering.
Ah, I did. Interesting. Good to know.
Yes. You gave offering to mother and baby.
Baby.
Yes.
Has
Dragon.
it hatched?
Dragon gave birth to new baby. Dragon need more treasure. Baby has to start hoard.
Aw.
Kobolds
adorable.
need to give it more. Dragonborn must give more. Otherwise, Nimra kill everyone, including Kobold.
Wait, so the dragons will kill everyone unless the kobolds give an offering?
From what you have heard, yes, that is correct.
How long has
Um,
the dragon been around? Since you guys have been there?
Hundreds, thousands years. No telling. Dragon here before kobolds. Dragon give birth to kobolds. At least that's what we told.
Interesting.
do the kobolds want the dragon to be there?
Of course. Dragon mother to kobolds. Kobolds love dragon. Keeps kobolds safe.
Does dragon talk to kobolds?
Dragon been sleeping long time. Kobolds not speaking since 4 chieftains ago.
Does dragons talk? Does kobolds talk to baby dragon?
Baby dragon gone missing. Big dragon.
When did the
oh
baby
no.
dragon go missing?
Couple weeks ago.
Do they know anything about it?
Do you know how or why the baby dragon would be missing?
Well, Dragonborn were giving food so that we could feed Dragon, but last week no food. Dragon went missing.
Ah,
No food.
But you
Wait,
said
because they missed the
it
shipment.
was like 2 or 3 weeks.
They said they haven't seen it, but they don't see the dragon all the time. But the last time they went to go check on the dragon was about a week ago or so.
And they didn't have any food for it because the shipment between Arsk and them did not happen.
Correct.
Okay. So baby dragon looked for food.
More than likely, yes. But kobolds no see it fly.
Where
Baby
would it
dragon?
have gone?
Hunting grounds all of Dragonren Mountains. It could be
Baby
anywhere.
dragon fly?
It should be able to, yes.
How big baby dragon?
It's large. Very
Bigger than
large.
Bigger than cart?
50 kobolds.
Oh. Uh,
Other dragon, larger dragon, 100 kobolds.
and as I look at the kobold again, remind me how big it is.
Kobolds are anywhere
Are you
between like 2 feet to 3.5 feet or so, but they're very skinny.
Okay.
So when he's saying 50 kobolds, he's talking not tall. He's talking like
Like
if you
all
crowd
squished
them
together.
all, yeah, all squished together.
They're not too dissimilar from like funky looking ants. Like if you mix an ant with a dragon.
Sure.
I believe you.
Like hard exoskeleton, black, sleek, and then 3 feet tall
Okay.
and gross.
Kobolds give you raw materials, so you make more things for dragon. Make dragon happy.
Yes.
Make sure dragon don't come eat you.
Yes.
At this point, Pyrith looks at Drake. This all kind of makes sense, actually. If there's a second
was
dragon
thinking.
already, though, then that's not really good for our standpoint.
I had suspicions that there was something of the sort.
Well, anything else, or can Gut go home?
Perhaps we should regroup and talk about it. I'm thinking we already know where their secret entrance is.
Yeah, I'm good. Going back.
It's fine. I was just curious about your culture and such, and why you needed to your reasons for trading.
Kobolds mainly need produce. Meat is all for dragons.
Aye.
Nimra
Kobolds
sleep.
don't-
She doesn't need the meat, but baby grow.
Kobolds don't eat meat.
We do, but we don't really want to take away from dragon. Don't want to anger it.
I
How
greatly
much-
appreciate your time, Guck.
Did you want to ask something else, Jeff?
Oh. I'm good.
Go find dragon now. Goodbye. Scaly.
I wave adieu.
Alright. So at this point, they start to load up their cart, and Guk hops into the cart, and you see all the other kobolds starting to move as a unit, pulling this cart while Guk sits on it. And they go.
Just gonna wait till they're gone.
But Drake, thank you so much for asking all those questions.
Father, there is a dragon.
Yeah, I didn't think there was actually one myself. They were only
I
myths
need
until this
to
point.
see it.
But kobolds, they might think that it's actually a dragon, but it could just be a large corpse of some sort. There still could be no dragon.
But there's a baby somewhere. Something gave birth to the baby. Therefore, I need to see it.
Well, we can always search the mountains to try, but I've never been able to track the kobolds myself. I'm not that good.
We have a person.
Nara's sitting there with her arms crossed.
And I like gesture to wherever Unara is.
How would she find the kobolds? She doesn't even know these mountains.
Our tiefling friend is very talented. I trust that she'd be able to scrounge up some sort of location. Isn't that right, Sonara?
She looks at you and sort of nods her head.
See? She's very sneaky.
Well, if we want to go look for it, it's best to wait till morning, because our lights will be shown. I can't see anything. I know you can't. Your human friend, I assume, also can't see.
Do we have time to look for this baby dragon, or And still make it back to side siege in time, or no?
It depends. You're asking me, correct, the GM, or are you asking Pyroth?
I'm asking. You.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to do that, you could. I'm not gonna tell you the future.
No, but how long is it gonna take to? I asked Pyroth, how long do you think it'd take to search these mountains? Do you think we'd make it back in time, Pyroth? For the
In order to get to Siege, well, it'll take us about half a day's travel in order to get back, and then at that point, it's gonna be a little less than 2 days. If we make a detour, we should be able to get back to Irisk before that time is up. But we also don't know where Siege is going to be arming his troops. He didn't say if he was coming to Irisk, and I would honestly think that he would, if he's going to attack goblins, he'd go from the north, while we come from the south.
I'd rather
a tactician.
I'd rather go back to town and prepare there, but that's just me.
I think we need to investigate here.
You know, if I were a baby dragon looking for food, and I were scouting out the Dragon Red Mountains, if I happened to see, I don't know, a large grouping of goblins, I might decide to investigate that for food. Dragons are very powerful. This one may not be so wise as to avoid large numbers.
Are you talking about the baby dragon?
Yes.
You also do remember at this point Shazir's note that he got from Vraz, stating that Vraz has the dragon.
Didn't we hear a large banging noise on the other side of that wall as well?
You did.
And to notify the goblins of Siege, we do 3 bolts of fire into the air, right?
Correct.
And did they say if we contact them for anything else, they'd be opposed to that?
They didn't say anything after that. They just said if Siege agrees to talk terms, fire up 3. If he doesn't, fire up 1.
Doesn't. Well, I can fire up 2 right now and see what happens. What do you guys want to do?
Jeff, for future reference, can you have a familiar that it's like, I don't know, see in the dark?
I don't know if I have that one can do that, to be honest. Let me see what it says.
Do you get to pick your familiar?
It's a bat, cat, crab, frog, toad, hawk, lizard, octopus, owl, poison snake, fish, rat, raven, seahorse, spider, weasel. Maybe the bat, but bats, they don't really, they have eyes, so they usually just...
The owl would have dark vision up to 120 feet.
I see. I would have to get rid of my raven, though. And that would...
If I feel like we have need for it, I will foot the bill for the...
What time is it right now?
SUs.
It's closing in on midnight.
So do we want to summon my owl or take an hour and also fire up 2 bolts of fire in the air to try to talk to the goblins?
I think that's the best plan of action so far.
Okay. I call my raven back and say, well, we'll see you next time, buddy. Meet again. And I, dismiss him.
Permanently?
Yes, I want to summon the owl.
Okay.
And I can only have 1 at a time, right?
Yeah, only 1 at a time.
How great that would be. Just like have an army of familiars.
Yep, so put him on the back burner for now.
Alright. We'll get you a proper owl token later. You
Later,
can just use
yeah.
the raven for now, but I'll update its statistics real quick.
Okay. And then I, take away the incense material for 1 use. I have only 1 left. Okay. and I do my chant thingy. And also, look at my spells ready real fast. That are selected. Did I do this right? 11, or is it supposed to be only 3 in the one category? Like in the under spells. Like in the level 2 spells, just supposed to be 5 selected or 3?
I think, let's see.
I thought it was supposed to be
Let me
3.
read it
Then I
again. So yeah, you can prepare. So when you did your last rest, at that point you'd be able to prepare as many of your spells as you have slots for. So you could literally choose every single second level spell and no first level spells if you wanted to. It would be done, but you could do that. It's just, however, you prepare a list based on your intelligence modifier plus your wizard levels, so you should have 11 spells.
So I did it right then.
Correct.
Okay, just double checking.
4,
What?
9.
Yeah, so waiting for that owl.
Alright, so an hour will have to pass before he gets his owl. Does anyone want to do anything besides rest in that hour?
Not really.
Drake is writing in his journal.
Oh, you have a journal now?
Oh,
Can I have a journal?
Yeah, that's fine. Do you
Can I
write
have
in
a journal?
Druidic? You wouldn't be able to, but Nietzsche could.
I
I don't.
I go sit next.
I write in common.
Oh, I've got something to share with you, by the way. Hold on.
Who
Me?
are you sharing this?
With everybody.
Neat.
Give
You
me
guys
just a minute.
discuss something like what your next plan of attack is. I'm going to use the bathroom. We'll take a 5-minute break real quick. So if anyone else needs to use the bathroom, get a drink, whatever. And we'll be right
Okay.
back.
So, what is our plan of attack? What are we gonna do?
So we are all thinking that the goblins have this baby dragon, right?
Yeah.
So let's just see if they do. And then just gather information.
I'm down. I would never. For Drake to sort of like trips over himself. He's
We know
very
for
excited
Drake.
about this.
And let's just see if they do and bring this information back with us and see what the town member decide and how we take discuss, you know. That's what I say we do.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about the kobold?
I don't feel toward them one way or another.
I say plan goes as planned if we get Siege on our side. I think saving the baby dragon, yes. The large dragon, though, that is an issue if it does exist. And I don't think that the town of Iris would like to satiate that and appease that dragon. I don't exactly know if they would. Would you know if they would for Drag?
We didn't know dragons existed until now.
But, like, would they... I mean...
We don't worship any of them.
Okay.
We don't worship anything, really. If you run to ask about how worshipy you are, you talk to, say, my sister, or, I guess, or Zureg. But as far as I know, we don't actually care about any of the gods or dragons. We just do our trade and try to live our lives peacefully without murdering anyone.
If we save this baby dragon, won't it grow up to need more gold?
Yes.
If we save this baby dragon, I want it as a pet.
Well, the thing is, I view the large dragon as a danger to the entire island, entire mountain area around it, and the baby, I don't know. I'm not sure if you can train a dragon to not have a hoard of gold, or if that's like a learned thing from their mother. I don't know.
As far as I know, they might have some sort of instinct to just hoard things. I know I get some kind of weird craving to just have stuff. Sometimes.
If it's still young, maybe we can teach it to crave hoarding, I don't know, something else. Like carrots, for instance, I don't know. Make it a glorified watchdog.
Maybe rabbits.
I don't know.
So when we save it, are we giving it to the kobolds or keeping it for ourselves?
I don't think that our adventures can I don't think we should take the baby dragon. That's
Do you know how awesome it would be
I don't
to
think
have a
you'd
dragon
understand.
as a mount? Think about this.
I don't think the baby dragon's gonna want to be mounted if it's even big enough. I don't know how big.
Oh,
I don't
it's
know.
big enough.
I don't know. I don't know. What,
I could stand on top of 50 kobolds. I'm just saying.
I don't know that dimension. So that like sizing. I don't know. I'm not sure if it even listen to us. I hear the dragon. As far as I know, dragons are very independent creatures. So I don't
Maybe
know if
the
it
dragon wants to go on adventures.
I
I suppose we can make up our minds when we get there.
yeah.
Look,
I don't know.
I just want to see the dragon because this is the coolest thing that I have heard or seen about since I have gone adventuring. Strange old elven women be damned, goblins be damned, strange old hags be damned. I look around. Hopefully don't see anyone. But a dragon?
To be honest, it sounds more like a terror than a wonder.
Boring.
I agree. I think it
You're
might be
both
more of a
boring.
terror.
Yeah, to the Dragonborn that have never seen dragons, this would be pretty neat. Speaking of dragons, Bill, are you there?
Here.
Do you want to do your Cave of Reflection today, or have you still not watched the video and want to watch it before you do it?
I'll watch that before I do it.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I'll watch that tonight, I promise.
No, you're good. I just know Martin wanted to roleplay what he saw in his vision with you.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, that's
Nope.
right.
I guess he forgot, so maybe you don't even need to watch it.
Well, now I remember it clearly, so...
I'm just about getting home, so
Nature.
not today.
Hey, you can press
I'll be
buttons.
back in a minute. Yeah, I know, right?
Are we all back?
I am
I
here.
believe so.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Martin, Martin's here. Alright, are we ready to continue
What?
then?
I've been talking.
Well, yeah, I didn't know if maybe you dipped out last second, you know. You could have. God
Just
damn
like
it, I forgot my water
instantaneously.
downstairs. 1 second.
Talking about how I did that instantaneously.
Yes.
Can't believe you guys don't think a dragon is the coolest shit. So disappointed.
I mean, it's certainly interesting,
I'm
but
not saying it's not interesting.
I want to see, like, I want to find this dragon. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yes!
I want to find him.
I'm just more afraid of.
Now, I know it's a
I'm more
long shot. Does anyone happen to have invisibility spells?
Not on me. I don't know any either.
Damn,
Hold on. Hold on. 'Cause
that would have been really convenient.
I think I'm a spell short.
I have darkness.
I think I might be a spell short.
That's just what we want. We want more darkness.
Alright, I'm back.
It could make you invisible-ish.
I wouldn't be able to see.
I mean,
Technically,
if you're
darkness
in
would
it-
make him a big black orb in the middle of nowhere. He would be
There's only
seen,
that one
but
spot.
him inside of it would not be seen, if that makes sense.
The
I
important part is I wouldn't be able to see, and I want to see.
I mean, if you're in
I
it
could-
with the dragon, you'd be able to see it, but no one else outside of it could see.
I could alter self, possibly.
Visibility. It's unfortunate that it apparently is asleep. I can just see it.
All right. So at this point, are we just waiting for Jeff to summon his thing and then do a long rest?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
It is at this point that Gray goes on a long tirade about how few other people would have actually seen a dragon before, and how this just would bring him fame, and just so many stories to tell, and he
I
doesn't
think it's-
notice that everyone else is in the other tent. He's just sort of like talking to himself and his father at this point.
As you guys wake up,
Talking to myself?
hey man, how y'all doing?
Oh, hey, Browser. Whoa, hey you there.
Kidding.
You know how creeped out I would have had to act for that.
Braz, why are you here? Also, Jeff, did you shoot your fire bolts or did Nishan do it?
I was waiting on the confirmation from everybody else that we do that.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was the thing we were going to do, wasn't it?
Yeah, do y'all want to let the goblins know that Sty Siege agreed to terms, or are you going to go silent?
We can't tell him. Well,
All Vraz wanted you to do was 3 for yes, and then he'll figure out how he's going to talk terms, or 1 for no, and then he'll be prepared for battle, is what he said.
the last time we talked to Roz, did we have a yes or no from Siege?
Sty Siege
Or-
said he would talk to them face to face, and if their terms are good enough, then he'll make the alliance. If not, he'll let them know that this is war.
And we haven't told Roz this yet.
I think you have not. No, you have not.
I-
You just said that you could talk to Sty Siege, and Roz said, well, when you talk to him, let us know if he wants to talk. If you do, 3 fire bolts. If not, 1.
I fired 3.
Alright, you fire 3 in the air. In the distance, you see 1 firebolt shot into the air from the direction of the goblin stronghold. More than likely, Vraz has received your message. At this point, your hour-long spellcasting is completed, and now there is a nice poofy white owl with somewhat black streaks that almost look runic, but they don't glow, as for stealth reasons.
And it flies silently over to us.
Well, it would appear in front of you.
It appears silently in front of us.
Yes.
Does it have a name?
Not yet.
From
No, you can't name it.
Wait, what did you say?
No, you can't name it.
Frumpkin.
No, you can't name it.
Frumpkin.
It's not
That's
Frumpkin.
what Fredrig named him.
No, you can't. For Drake can't name it. He doesn't summon it. He can't name it.
He can
fair.
give it a name. I call other people's dogs other names all the time, and they come to it.
I don't think you do.
You know Gatsby, Cassie's dog? I call him Dodge all the time.
I do remember you saying this
Yes.
actually, but that's not the point.
The
point is,
Alright, so if nothing else is going to happen, is anyone keeping
My
watch?
familiar.
The owl is.
Okay. Yeah, the owl doesn't need sleep, so theoretically you could have just the owl keep watch the whole night while everyone sleeps, or if you wanted added benefit, you could also have another person stand watch. There are 2 watches available. First watch and second watch. That way everyone
I
still
will
gets
stay-
a full rest.
I will stay awake during the full watch with the owl, moving through the owl.
So you are not going to sleep then.
For the first watch, no.
Okay, for the first watch. For the second watch you're going to sleep?
Thanks, bud.
Yes.
I can
Noted.
take second watch.
Alright. Go
I
ahead,
want-
Jeffrey, and with your
Can I-
owl. Oh, you want to join?
Yeah, I would like to join second watch after I take a
Your trance?
nice little my trance.
Dope. Alright, so first watch is just Jeff with his raven, So Jeff, go ahead and have your Raven roll perception.
It's an owl.
This is true. It is an owl.
Okay, so while your Raven is flying around, or not Raven, owl is flying around, you hear in the distance some screeching.
I look over towards that screeching.
That doesn't sound like screeching.
That's can everyone else hear this screeching or just the owl?
I'm asleep.
Well, it's so the volume of that was louder than I needed it to be, but so you could actually hear what it was, I made it louder. Your Raven flying, or your owl, god damn it. I see Raven and I say Raven. Your owl is flying 100 feet in the air, flying around, and while it's 100 feet away from you, it can hear that faintly, but it's off in the distance. It is north of the Goblin stronghold. Neat, thank you.
Am I okay? I want to get as close as I can with through the out body.
You are already.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just up right above me. My bad. Okay. So it's north of the Goblin stronghold.
Yes. You don't know what that sound was. You've never heard it before, nor has your owl, being freshborn. But you know it was going away from you as well. It's not coming near you. There's no reason to be alarmed except for there's a creature out there.
I wake no one up, and I will wait.
Okay.
Keep watch above us.
Alright, so your watch ends without incident. I need Acta and Nishan. Either both of you can roll, or one of you can roll with advantage. It'd be perception.
What would you like to do?
And I go to sleep. Al is still awake.
Yes.
Let's roll. Both roll perception. I think one. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a pretty good roll.
Thanks, I tried really hard.
That's not quite as good of a roll. It's not.
But it's
That was not like a natural 17 or anything.
No.
So, as you guys are keeping watch, you don't notice anything like with your sight, but you hear off in the distance, north. And you've never heard this sound before. It's kind of, it's very faint, but powerful.
neither one of us know what it is.
Neither of you have encountered anything that makes such a noise.
Where are we on our watch? Did you say we had a couple of options like here?
So, do you mean like location or time?
Location.
I mean, you could be anywhere around the campsite. If you wanted to be on top of the hill taking your watch, you could do that. If you wanted to be outside the tents, you could do that. It's your choice.
I'm already on this hill thing.
All right. Either way, both of you would hear it, regardless of location, because it echoes sort of throughout the mountains. Jeffrey, your owl would hear this too, but it's not communicating to you. It was
How
not
much
giving
do you
an
want to
order.
bet that was that baby dragon?
Please make an actual numerical money bet.
How would we know?
You probably have to investigate or something.
I'll put 5 platinum pieces now.
Yes. This makes me so happy.
By the way, if you don't have platinum, you can, for every 10 gold, that is the equivalent to a platinum.
Okay, I have a shit ton of gold. I put that much down as well, just with gold.
Okay, so who's betting that it is the baby dragon, and who's betting it's not?
I'm asleep as fuck.
I
am
think
sleeping
it
as
is
well.
the baby dragon.
Yeah, I want to say is I would like to go wake up for Drake,
Okay.
and I am going to go.
What?
I'm going to go like shaking for Drake. For Jake.
What?
Wake
What?
wake
What?
wake up. Come here.
What?
Come here. Listen.
as he's listening.
His eyes like go wide. Do you?
Off in the distance.
Nature.
That's either a bear or dragon.
Well, which one is it?
I don't know. I've never heard of dragon before.
Are you
Going back
serious?
to sleep. Good night.
At this point, nothing else will happen during your watch. Just the sounds that you heard coming from the northern portion of the the stronghold of the goblins. The morning comes. You can hear the wind starting to pick up, rustling of leaves. The fresh dew on the grass brings a magnificent smell as you guys start to stretch and wake up and get out of your tent ready for breakfast. The sky is partly cloudy with a chance of rain. I'm just joking. Is somewhat cloudy, not enough to block the sun, but every now and then one will block the sun, casting a shadow on the earth. As you guys are eating breakfast, is there anything you want to do or talk about?
So, what did you guys hear during your watch?
Oh, you know.
I heard. Who was it woke me up?
Yeah, that was me. Then you went
I
back to
heard
sleep.
Nishan waking me up.
I heard sounds, and I'm pretty sure they're dragon.
I heard a very during the first watch. I heard a very loud sound as well. It seemed to come from north of the goblin stronghold.
Would you guys say that you wanted to investigate this potential dragon sound?
Only if we have time to make it back.
Of course,
You
if we have time.
know, from this location to get past the goblin stronghold, it'd probably take about a quarter of a day's travel, meaning that it would take the rest of the day to go from that location back to Irisk.
And we have 2 days.
At this point, you have 2 days until Siege should be around the mountains.
Can we go
I
and
think
Go down the mountains when he comes.
Okay.
we need to investigate this. Like, I
If
want
we
to
can.
investigate this. Please, can we investigate this? Be nice.
Yeah, I
Let's
would love it.
investigate this.
Yes!
So for Drake, your father goes, son, are you sure that is the best thing? What if it actually is a dragon? I don't know if if we're prepared for such a thing. Although
I'll
it
be
would be
honest with
really
you.
fucking cool.
Yes!
God damn it.
We'll probably die, but
Okay with this.
What more honorable way to die?
we
Investigating a
we
dragon.
can look at it from really far away during the daytime.
Is it out during the daytime?
Right now you don't hear anything. But you can investigate. If you so choose.
Who are you investigating?
Yeah,
I have
just
a one-track mind. I'm not gonna lie.
sure. Just guard my lifeless body as I warg into the bird.
You
Look out for us.
see a couple flowers. You see that the dew has not lifted because it's still the morning. And you can smell honey.
I meant like on the horse as we go towards that direction.
I was talking about Dan's investigation roll.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, we can just like roll stuff randomly.
I mean, if you want, and I'll give you some bullshit answer, yeah.
I mean, I was.
All right, let's go.
Huzzah!
Bullshit insight.
Okay.
Insight roll. Let's go.
You notice from the morning that Nishan, Jeffrey, Adeline, and yourself and your father have morning wood. Anar,
For
yeah.
like 20 minutes.
Anara and Acta do not have morning wood. You have confirmed they are female.
Has it been 20 minutes though? How long have we been up?
You would have probably eaten breakfast and such, so 20
Oh,
to
we
30
are eating
minutes.
breakfast. Okay, you're right.
All right. So, as you guys all decide that you're going to investigate, Pyrith, as much as I would like to see this dragon, I need to get back to town with these supplies. Because if there is a dragon and it attacks us, if these supplies get ruined, Iris would be in not a good position, that's for sure. Especially if what we're trading is to appease that creature. So
Can
I
you
should
get back safely?
Oh yes. Usually it's just me and Memrod, and Memrod is not much of a fighter, I guess, as you saw when you slew him.
That's
I
fair.
did not mean to say it like that, son. I do apologize. I don't mean to make you feel
It's-
bad.
Fine, you're not wrong.
Okay. Good to see that you have thick scales, even with those bunny ears. Oh, you're so cute.
Okay. Off you go now. Don't
All
get into any
right.
trouble.
Well,
Thanks for taking
drugs.
us on your
yes, hopefully you guys all enjoyed, and for Drake, if you ever come back to home, this is something I could teach you to do if you're interested, but I don't think a blade singer, as yourself, would have much interest in this.
Right.
Be safe out there, please, and I will see you guys when you return.
Be safe. I have plans to die.
With
Okay,
that,
can we
he
pack
loads
up
up
and
the
leave
cart.
so the Drake doesn't pee his pants.
I would like to pack up my tent.
All right.
I'm packing my tent up. And can't wait. I would like to put out the fire as well.
Okay, so
Only you. Yes.
you guys pack everything up. You give the things that were Pyrith back to him. He loads them in the cart, and he starts to move on along. At this
Get back on
point,
my horse.
since Nishan left his horse, he will have to ride with somebody. Who wants to let Nishan ride with him? Or do you want to make him walk?
Nishan can make sure I don't fall off the horse.
Yeah. I can do
Okay.
that.
And as I'm walking into the to the owl.
All right. So, if we go from here to the stronghold, it's about a quarter of a day. To go beyond that is a little bit longer, and then
This is good. This is to go even further beyond. That's not a
those
dragon.
weren't there. All
Our
right.
dragon is visibly disappointed.
As you guys approach, go ahead and how do you approach? Y'all just waltz in, or are y'all
we
taking
see
precautions?
I want to send the owl out and see. Because can we see them from here or no?
You can see, as you guys come into this sort of ravine area, towards the side portion of, towards the outer outskirts of the mountains, you can see this creature at the bottom, as well as this owl bear over here. They are quite a ways away. The creature, you can only see the big creature. You can't see that little small one that you guys actually see. Your characters can't. Your owl could, Jeff. Your owl can actually see both owl bears flanking this creature and its baby. But that creature and its baby don't notice the owl bears.
Okay, I just want to watch, and I think to everybody, hey, get Akka in the thinking chain, and I tell them what I see.
Theoretically, you are all consciousness in your owl. You would have to go out
Okay.
and say it, and then
Okay.
go back into owl form.
I do so,
Okay.
and then I go back in.
Okay.
I want to switch places with an aura. Thank you. Yay.
All right. So, actually, Anywhere in that box, you guys can set yourselves up. Where are your horses?
They are down the road a bit.
Okay. Because, yeah, your owl would have seen these things before you got here. So we will say, for the sake of brevity, you left them hopefully out of harm's way. As you guys all give me stealth rolls to sneak up into this area.
Oh, man, I love stealth rolls. Stealth rolls
Do
are my
I
favorite
do
thing.
one for the owl or no?
Yes.
Or do I do one for me as
Are you
well?
serious?
Oh, that's not my natural 20. I saw
Aw.
green. I was really excited for like half of a second.
There's a double nat. That's a double nat 20.
That's
Lenara
just how
poos.
Anara do.
Lenara
Do-
literally poos from existence.
Do I do one for the owl and me, or just for?
Just for the owl. You're gonna be
it's-
pretty much as silent as Dan is, because reasons. He's helping
In the
you.
distance, a bear sees a demon lady. Far, far, far away.
Are you foreshadowing your own campaign?
I'm not.
Okay.
Just
Alright, so you guys are able to sneak up. The owl is sort of like stuck mid-flight, like just flapping or flying around, and none of these creatures really seem to care. As it's looking at the creature with wings, it looks as if it is trying to feed the smaller version of itself some food. You see
Where?
as these owl bears starts to creep up
I
slowly,
see all of these creatures.
Where can I place the owl?
100 feet beyond you.
120 or 100?
Beyond you, yeah.
The slides.
Wherever
the
you're
sights
at, wherever you're at, your familiar can only go 100 feet before
Oh, yeah, that's
it can't
right.
go. If it goes beyond that, it disappears.
Okay.
Not as in being dismissed, but as in being. And are you
Brought up.
having it fly at full altitude?
Yes.
Because full altitude would be 50 feet away from you.
Oh.
Just because, 100 feet. It's already 100
Yes,
feet
yes.
above you, midway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right
It can
here.
see everything from there, so. Alright, so, as you guys are watching, well, mostly Jeff in his owl form, the rest of
And
you
the
guys.
owl,
Go
the
for it.
sound, as I control it.
Yeah, you can make it like hoot and stuff.
I want to make it hoot extremely loudly.
So it hoots, and the creature with wings looks at it, and then it looks at its baby, and then it looks at it again, and the baby starts to try to flap its wings, but it has not been able to obtain flight yet. At this point, the creature, with a mighty gust from its wings, flies straight up into the air and
this
darts
is bad.
towards your owl.
I go as far as I can forward towards it with owl.
Alright, what is your owl's AC?
Probably jack shit.
To headbutt it and to die so we don't get seen.
At this point, you would
Just
have
to go,
been
so
seen.
the main body of us would have.
Well, so your owl is 50 feet
Your
in front
owl's
of you,
above us.
50 feet in front, or 50 feet up, which is not where this cover of the rock is. So when your owl screeched and the creature flew up, at that point it was higher than this rock face, and it can see you
Should be
guys.
great.
Oh, awesome.
I can't
Congratulations, your owl's
say-
fucking food.
as soon as I saw it fly up, I swooped down to the lowest level.
It would have already flown up high enough to where, because it would do like a dive bomb, and at that point it would still see you. So
Okay.
you have been
Nostra.
noticed.
We have been noticed. Okay.
Also, hold on. It swipes with its claws, and it rolled an 18 and dealt 6 damage.
Your owl.
I
Your owl
believe
no
your
longer
owl
exists.
is poofed.
Al has
Two.
11 armor class.
Yeah,
HP has not much HP.
it should have like 2.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, by Owl.
By Al.
At this point
Wow.
as well,
I look at it
you
like
hear
doesn't
a familiar
look like a dragon.
roar.
Oh, hey, that kind of sounded like what I heard last night.
That's disappointing.
As you hear that, though, you hear in reaction as the owl bears charge the tiny one because its mother is distracted.
Oh, rest in peace.
Oh,
The mother sees this and lets out another roar as it swoops down, unfortunately, not in time enough to save its child. I don't think. Hold on.
Should write this down. Let's see. Stop.
I was just trying to warn the Manticore, to be honest. I wanted it to look up.
Yeah, that baby's dead. And then the Manticore, as you have correctly identified it, swoops down to try to attack these things.
It's almost as if it's named. Which is really unfortunate.
Can you see the name?
You
Yeah,
can't.
yes,
Oh.
actually.
That was
And I
supposed to be changed, but okay, that's fine.
I knew what it was anyway. But yeah.
Drake would not have known what that was.
Just based on what it looked.
All right,
Um,
are you guys joining this fight, or are you guys just gonna let them duke it out?
I think we should let this go down.
Yeah, I want to just watch. So
In order to see everything, yeah, you'd have to move that far up.
I move as far up as I need to in order to see this. I guess it's there.
All right, well, while you guys are watching
Stealthily.
them duke it out,
yeah, I'm gonna walk up too.
While we're watching, I'd like to pay my gold pieces to whoever I have to pay because I lost the bet.
that'd be Nishan.
Begrudgingly.
Yes.
Also, dinner's here real quick, so I'll be right back. And Rachel will too.
Yeah, you too.
Also, you guys go ahead and roll initiative just in case it happens, you know?
yes.
So,
So
fuck, where's my initiative button? There it is. Oh, I did not click mine. God.
I really didn't want the Manticore baby to get killed. I just wanted it to look up, you know, and like be able to. Damn it! I probably should have lowered the owl first.
Let's see, we would describe this as a winged. Fucking.
Hey, what? A winged?
A winged. It's got kind of a man face, I guess.
Yeah. So a Manticore is generally It has a body of a lion, tail of a scorpion, the face of a man, and wings. Sometimes it has like eagle legs in the front or back, but it generally has one set of lion arms.
Call it abomination.
Yeah, it's this chimeric
Lizard.
monster that
Lion.
usually lives in the mountains or the desert.
Yeah.
It's like a sphinx, but angry, and with a scorpion tail and wings. But if I mean, we can now get some Manticore venom because that shit is potent. And Aurora will probably like that.
This is true.
And I could,
I like poisons.
we could potentially like coat it on a dagger, and I could give it to one of my familiars and stab the shit out of someone with it too. Or just kill up my familiar's talon. Very neat. You can get some Manticore blood too. Maybe a trophy. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Okay. While we're waiting, while we're waiting on Rachel, Jeff, he is AFK. Oh, whoops. Is everyone back?
I am.
I just need to roll initiative.
So Dan, my man, how was your leave?
Too short. Way too short. But all in all, it was good. It was a good trip back home.
And you're still on nights then?
Yes. Yeah, I'm still on mids. Yeah, and then we head out to Vegas on the 4th of this month, and we won't be back till the 31st.
For TY?
Yep.
Okay.
So hopefully we can do like what we did last time.
Do you know if you'll be on mids then?
There's no telling. They haven't posted a schedule yet, so I'll let you guys know.
Okay. Because so Miranda's deployed right now. So she said that if we do sessions around 1 o'clock Mountain, 2 o'clock Mountain, she'd be able to join us on Saturdays. Any other time she won't be able to make it.
Got you.
But conveniently, next weekend I have drill, so I don't even get off work until 4. So she'll have to miss next week too.
Rip.
Once Jeff gets back, we will continue.
I do like the fact that how we're all lined up on this mountain ridge right here. I just
It happens to be very diagonal.
very diagonal indeed. I like how this is set up. Just want to throw that out there.
I like that everybody eventually got up there too.
To change mine. We have all advanced. forward on the cliff. Just like goes on.
Are you writing this in a journal?
Yep. I
Interesting.
have decided to more hardcorely play, roleplay, being a storytelling bard.
Ah, I can dig
I
it.
like it.
Live blogging.
I like
I
it.
am, yes, I am live blogging for Drake's adventures until he dies. Unless he becomes immortal, at which point he's just gonna have ending stories.
Jeffrey, you're muted. You're probably also not there.
He is muted.
Faces. Is Dan really quiet for anyone else?
No.
Yeah.
Rip.
Jeffrey, you're muted.
Look, guys, it's a Teostra.
Well, what I was gonna tell him is the sounds that these two creatures made were not the sounds that he heard. I don't think he told you. No, yeah, he said he heard sounds, but
He didn't wake anybody up. So,
he may,
Oh, that means
after
Octa
knowing
doesn't
that
have to
knowledge,
give away money.
meta.
not yet.
Oh, good.
You don't know. Jeffrey.
For Drake will figure out what a manticore is one day. Actually. I would like to roll to see it for Drake.
If Drake knows what it is,
Or if Drake recognizes it from anything.
go ahead and roll a.
Straight?
No, it should be a nature check. For Drake has heard stories of manticores roaming the mountains. You've never actually seen one, but you know it has the face of a female human and the body of a beast. You know that it is also very protective of its young and typically will fight to the death if it is harmed.
As a ranger, has Octa run into one of these before?
You've never run into them, but you know of them. Jeffrey! Must be pooping. Okay, well, so we don't hold everybody up. So as the manticore starts to flap its wings, you hear it scream out in anger. And then it lands. Actually, no, it doesn't land. It stays up in the air. The owlbears sort of try to maneuver around to where it wouldn't be able to hit them both with whatever. So the owlbears move. While the manticore is flying, you see its tail has quite a few spikes on it. It whips its tail towards both the owlbears separately, and the spikes end up releasing from its tail.
So the manticore is in the air right now,
It is.
and the owlbears cannot fly.
That is correct. So the owlbear to its right is able to dodge out of the way of the spike as it's coming towards it. The owlbear on the left, however, is not so graceful and ends up taking a spike to its left shoulder.
The one on the left.
Yeah, the one on the left took some damage. Knowing that the owlbears don't really have a chance at this, one of them runs up to the manticore baby and grabs it with its mouth and starts to carry it away with it. Should be... The other owlbear lines up behind it, putting itself in between this owlbear and itself. Next, the manticore. Let us see.
I am back.
There he is. So, Jeff, as these two creatures, the owlbear and the manticore, scream at each other, you know that the screams you hear are not the ones that you heard during your watch.
No. I relay this information,
I figured you
saying, what did you guys hear exactly last night?
Oh,
'Cause I did not hear this.
oh yeah, this
This is what we heard.
Okay, well this is not what I heard. I suggest we get behind... Can we get behind this rock and see? I gotta... I want to cover myself. Did we hear what I heard last night, or no?
Not
no,
yet.
we haven't. Not yet, okay. Then never mind. Well, I inform everyone that... Yeah.
Oh,
I said...
damn.
Well, let's hope what I hear doesn't come.
I will pick it up later. Come here. Eat.
Or maybe we should go back and get the horses. Just in case.
They're fine. They're behind us.
Okay.
What if they get eaten?
Yeah, what if they get eaten? Then we
And we
won't
have
get
a
back in
reason
time.
to go in for revenge.
Then we won't get back in town in time, would we?
On it.
I'm just worried about... I mean, this is a neat animal fight, not gonna lie.
Thunder.
And I would love to have some manticore poison and blood, but...
Okay, look. If you want, I can hit it with a... Or I can attack the spell. Okay?
No, no, no,
Can I
let's not
attack
do
it with
that.
a spell?
No, 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 no,
Or I
no,
can
don't
do it.
that. No,
It's in range.
no, no, no. I'm just worried about
As
asking.
y'all are
I can do
discussing
this.
this, the manticore heads towards the owlbear in front and lands right in
Someone
front
right.
of it. At this
I'm pretty
point,
sure that
it
manticore- I
can
launches
still
another
hit it.
spike at it.
The manticore is launching spikes at it.
It is. And it will hit this one.
Putting 5 gold in manticore. Winning.
From this, it looks even. Technically, the owlbears are winning because they are 2, and he is 1.
I'm putting 10 gold on the manticore to win.
Did the manticore hit?
It did hit.
Taking bets, people. Here we go.
Yeah, 2 to 1 on the manticore.
The same one or a different or the other one? Both.
As it lashes out with its tail, hitting the owlbear. At this point, the owlbear, it gets the spike stuck in the outer portions of its right leg, and it tosses the manticore baby's corpse to the side. About right there. And then they both go in for a full charge, and they start to swipe. Let's see. Each of them makes 2 attacks. The first owlbear ends up connecting with its beak as it pecks at the manticore, but it misses with its claws. The second owlbear misses with its beak, but attacks with its claws. You can see a little bit of where the wounds are. They're pretty deep where the claws hit, whereas there's a spot of fur missing from the manticore where that one owlbear hit with its beak. Now, go ahead and everyone roll perception for me. Alright, so it's at this point that as you guys are watching these two things duke it out, You hear a new sound.
That's the sound I heard last night. Where'd that come from?
Ooh, which way did it go?
It came from behind you.
I am going to quickly get behind this rock over here and
Yeah.
crouch.
I'm gonna crouch over here.
All of
Okay.
you instinctively look behind you, and in the air, about 60 feet up,
Do it. Come on.
you see a creature with the body of a
Oh, that's
lion,
terrifying.
the head,
We can see the name.
and three. Oh yeah, chimera. Anyway, it's got the
Do I
wings of a
recognize
dragon.
this one?
It's got the
Yes.
3 heads of a lion, a ram, and a dragon. The backside is hooved like the goat, and the front side is the paws of the lion. As it flies towards these creatures that are duking it out, it sees easier prey in front of it.
Oh man.
Wait, what was the third head? There was
I
a
want-
lion, a ram, and a what?
Lion, ram, and a
Goat.
dragon.
Oh my.
I want to stealth behind this rock.
Well, go ahead and roll me stealth. Yeah, as you try to run, it sees you duck behind the rock. It is
Okay.
flying 60 feet in the air. That rock is not
Oh.
doing you any good.
Do we still have our initiatives, or do we re-roll
It's
them?
the same initiative. So at this point, it's the owl bearers have taken their turn, and Jeffrey, it is your turn.
At this
Okay.
point,
So that thing is in the air,
Drake would
correct?
be
It is in
frantically
the air,
putting away
60
his
feet
turtle.
above you.
That thing looks like
He didn't eat his vegetables.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Cast it.
On the it's 60 feet up, so is it
Yeah.
120 feet away from me?
Yes, it's not in range of that.
Okay, then never mind. Then I will.
You can
use-
move to where it's in range. Yeah,
That
from
would
right
work.
there, I would allow it.
Ray of Enfeeblement on the Chimera. So all of its strength-based attacks are.
Let's see.
Well, you gotta
Nowhere.
hit it first. So,
I didn't hit it.
well, you just for some reason that's it says to make a ranged spell attack. So go ahead and roll the d20
Oh.
because
okay.
it would just be whatever the d20 is. It does not hit.
Can I lucky it?
Sure.
E.
I do need to give you guys a second when you roll it, and then I'll give you guys. So for Jeff and for Martin, anytime you guys roll something, I will give you a 3 to 5 second timer before I give the verdict. You need to make your decision on lucky before I say something for the future.
Okay,
This
but
time I'll let it slide. Yeah, the 17 will hit.
okay. And I have 30 movement, right?
Well, you just used your movement to move up there.
25 of it.
And plus
Yeah,
gotta
so you have 5
concentrate.
more.
And plus you gotta concentrate up to.
Okay,
a minute.
alrighty. I'm done.
So that green dot is just to tell me that you're concentrating on a spell right now. All right. Next would be Adeline. I don't think he can hit it. I don't think he has any ranged. Oh, he's got light hammers he can throw at it.
He's gonna throw a hammer 60 feet in the air.
It's like that one Mario Koopa
Yeah.
throwing hammers.
Hammer
Yeah.
bros.
He'd be at disadvantage because it is a max range of 60 feet. I honestly don't know what Adeline would do, but I'm going to assume he would run up right below the Chimera and throw his light hammer at it at disadvantage. Hitting it for 5.
Wow.
Alright.
Technically he should have another attack, I guess, so he could do it again. That one will still hit too.
Oh wow.
He's gonna take them down with light hammers.
Garbage. Mine's not much better, but
All right, Nishan, your turn.
I'm going to. I want to cast Magic Missile at level.
At level what?
Level 2.
All right, so that'll be 4. I'm gonna make sure that formula is correct. All right, yeah, so 4, 4, 4, 4, and then the 3. Honestly, we'll just make that a 4. I don't know why the higher casting does that. It's weird.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
So 16 damage. Pop, 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 pop. You hold out your sword and sort of swing it towards the Chimera. And it's really cool because from your little ruby that you have placed on the hilt of your sword, the 4 missiles all dart out at different angles. And they all float around the Chimera, making it sort of like go, what the hell are these things, before it hits them all in the chest.
Okay. Cool. I'll stay right there.
Okie dokie. Next is Inara. Inara would run to this bush. She would not be. What's her crossbow range?
I don't think she can hit that from there.
It would be at disadvantage because it's 320 feet, so she can shoot up to. But first, she's going to use her bonus action to try to hide.
As is her way.
But she does not do it successfully. The Chimera sees her. The bird's eye view definitely helps. So as she tries to hide and duck behind the bushes, she pops out and shoots her crossbow. Which will hit, but for only 7. Next is the Chimera's turn. The Chimera is looking at everything that has just happened to it. It's not very happy with any of you. So far, Nishan is the biggest culprit.
Oh, thanks.
It is going to fly and land right next to Nishan. As it looks at you, each of the heads sort of, you can see that it's drooling from each head. It's kind of weird to see a ram drool as it looks at its potential prey, but it's quite intimidating to see a lion head and a dragon head look at you.
Yeah.
First thing it does is try to bite you with the lion head.
Okay.
You've got 12. You take 14 damage as it bites your right shoulder.
With the ray of enfeeblement?
Oh, yeah. It's half damage. 7.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I think, yeah, it should be, because it's strength.
Yeah.
If it was dexterity or anything, it wouldn't half it, but I'm pretty sure it's using its strength.
Okay, so 7. Okay.
And then the ram tries to headbutt you.
Oh, nice.
And it does so for 5. That's the rain enfeeblement.
And am I gonna get knocked back by this?
No.
Okay.
Now, at this point, the dragon head looks at you, and you can see embers coming from its mouth. As it rears back its head, a cone of fire consumes both you and Acta as it breathes fire on you.
Would I be able to throw my orb in?
No, it is
Or is
not
that
your
okay?
turn.
Okay, you're right.
I need both of you to make a dexterity check for me. Rachel takes 16 damage. Nishan takes 31 damage.
Dexterity save the same as dexterity.
I would like
The
Did that
dexterity
right?
save, yeah, you did it right. Oh,
I
but
would like
Nishan did not. Hold on. You clicked on
What?
dexterity. It should be the save, but we'll just add.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good.
Here, I'll reroll it.
I just got to see what the difference is. I don't think there is a difference because you shouldn't be proficient in it.
I don't think
Just
so.
re-roll the save portion. I want to see if
Yeah.
it does anything different. Nope, still the same. So yeah, you fail it, taking 31 damage.
Okay,
Oh my god.
Can I would like to use absorb element.
All right, you can do so. So with your reaction, you use absorb elements, imbuing your sword with fire for a turn, and you only take the 16 damage instead.
Okay. So that knocks me 16. Cool. Nice.
All right, and that is done with the Chimera. The Manticore flies back into the air. Seeing you guys attacking this Chimera, it doesn't really care about that right now because it is more focused on these owl bears. But it goes to scoop up its little baby. And then as it picks up its baby, it flies up about 20 feet into the air, and it sits there. Next is Akta. Akta.
Did I take any damage from the fire?
Yeah, you should take 16 damage.
Jesus.
Oh, I'll take care of it for you. And actually, you're a tiefling, so you take half of that, so 8 damage.
I think I would like to do ensnaring strike.
Alright, move into position. You want me to move it for you? And then go ahead and roll your attack.
What level do I do that at?
It's your spell. It should be just a level. You can either do it at level 1 or level 2, but you probably want to just do it at level 1. Okay, so it succeeds on its strength check. Let's see, let me look at it though. So you go up to it, and actually, so go ahead and make. You got to make a weapon attack, and then you can use that. We'll use that same one. It would succeed either way, but it has to make a weapon attack first. Go ahead and swing your morning stars.
First strike, and then second strike.
Yeah, you should have. I don't know if it's 2 or 3. Yeah, you've got 3, so you can make 3 attacks because you can use your bonus action for a 3rd attack.
So like hit again with the morning star, and then do the ensnaring strike, or
Ensnaring strike wouldn't have hit, so you still cast it, and it just takes one of your spell slots away. But go ahead and cast your second morning star, the regular one, not the first strike morning star. All 3 of your attacks hit, so you deal a total of 26 damage to it, but the ensnaring strike fails. So, you guys watch as Acta, fearless, walks up to the Chimera, well, runs up to the Chimera, and she takes her 2 Morning Stars. She goes in with a right hit, smacks a ram in the face, goes in with a left-handed hit, smacks the lion in the face, and then finally comes down with both of them to smack the dragon in the face. The Chimera does not look very happy, but it shakes its head, sort of brushing off the strike. Next is for Drake. Can you guys not hear? Oh, I can't hear you.
Hello.
There's Dan.
Oh, I was
There's
muted.
mine.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
Let's see. Well, I'm gonna. I see it from here. I can see.
Yeah, you can see it. The rock, that rock isn't as tall as the Chimera.
So move there. Let's see. Does this require? Does not require. See, how am I hex it?
Hex, go for it.
Doesn't even require like.
Yeah, I think it's just your
It's-
bonus action, yeah. But go ahead and cast it. So yeah, there you go.
It just happens.
And it's concentration. Also, choose an ability check that it will have disadvantage on.
It's just a check, not like a
Yeah,
save,
so
right?
yeah, it'd be like
Oh.
strength, dexterity.
Athletics.
All right.
What do you pick?
He picked
I chose
athletics.
athletics.
All right. What's
On
next?
PDF file. There it is.
Love how you just roll regular dice.
Alright, I'm gonna cast vicious mockery at it, saying, animal friendship was the only way your parents could get puppies to play with you.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage. I believe it's a save.
It is.
Is it not rolling?
I just rolled it.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Wisdom save. Let's see. And if it does save, nothing happens, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it rolled a natural 20. So you talk shit to it, but it doesn't seem to care about what you have to say. Little scaly one. Do you want to move?
And we are going to back here. I'm just gonna stand here.
All right. Owlbear's turn. They look up at the manticore holding their prey in its arms, and they know that they have no way of getting it. They look. They notice Denara. They attack, or go towards Denara. They are going to use the dash action, each of them. So they surround Inara, and then they wait. Next is Jif.
They not make an actual attack.
No, they
Okay.
use their action to dash.
So, How many seconds have passed, Brady?
6.
Sick. So I have to be concentrated, so I can't do anything else
You
spell-wise,
can,
right?
as long as it's not a concentration spell, you can.
Okay.
But if you use another concentration spell or take damage and fail your Constitution save, then the spell will end.
I see. I am.
And I can't wait for Miranda to see that.
Oh, that she's been encircled by owlbears?
Yep. I'm only sending her the bad stuff too. Like her crit fail on stealth, I sent her that. Her being
that's
surrounded by
not what I
owlbears,
want.
sent her that.
I wanted to do that at level.
We'll just say the level, it's
3.
gonna be the same damage.
Level 3.
Level 3
or,
magic missile.
Max level.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
So, 2 additional missiles, so that is 5 missiles. Where are they going?
At the Chimera.
Alright, so...
Oh, is the green dot for concentration?
Yes. So 25 damage comes across the Chimera. You, not having a neat sword with a ruby in it, you have your spell focus and you hold it up towards the Chimera, and then 5 bolts of light come out, and they sort of do the same sort of enchanting effect on the Chimera where it's looking around, and then 3 of the bolts hit each of the heads individually while the other 2 hit the body of it. 25 damage of the Chimera.
Okay.
Yeah. 25 damage comes across it. The 2 missiles that hit definitely broke the skin, and it's bleeding on its body.
Okay.
Do you wish to move?
That wouldn't break my concentration.
No.
I'm gonna move like right here.
Okay.
And I am a turn.
Okay, next is Adeline.
Just wait the fuck over there.
Adeline sees that you guys have the Chimera under control, or at least he assumes. He's going to take the dash action to try to help Onara. And that would be his turn. Next is Nishan.
Okay. I do kind of have a sword that's kind of glowing red, right? From that.
Yeah, so your next melee attack will deal fire damage, additional fire damage. I think it's a D6.
Yeah, 1d6. What's this one? Short swords. 1d6 plus 2 piercing. Let's do the head. Oh, can I use my amulet?
Which one? The searing flames
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, the searing flame one.
Yeah,
Cast
do
Scorching-
whatever you want.
Yeah, cast that. Use that to cast Scorching Ray
Fire it up.
at the Chimera.
It will be at disadvantage, I think, because you're... Actually, let me read your War Mage feat real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, so you still, since it's a ranged attack, it'll still impose disadvantage because you're right by it. Does that change your
Yes, it
action?
does. Yeah, let me go ahead and get that short short sword. An extra. Let's see what happens. So short sword. Nice.
All right.
Wow.
And then go ahead and roll the d6,
D6.
and we'll just double the dice. So 4. So that is a total of 12 damage.
Okay. That's the best I can come up with.
So your sword, being invoked in flame right now, you go in for a single slash. Not used to swinging your sword around, just because normally you're far away.
Yes.
But you swing at it anyway, and you do a reasonable gash onto the ram's neck. But because of the fire, it sort of sears the wound close. But it's probably about an inch and a half deep. Good
nice.
work.
How much damage was that?
That was a total of 12 damage. Do you wish to
Battle beast
move
is on.
or stay there?
I'm gonna stay right here.
All right. Next is Anara, who sees that she's in pretty deep shit. She's going to use her bonus action to disengage.
In a direction.
She will go there. Because she cannot move anymore, she is going to go ahead and take a shot at the Chimera. She is going to hit for 22 damage. That strike hits the Chimera in the side of its dragon head, and it lets out a pretty deep bellowing roar of pain. At this point, you see all 3 heads are starting to breathe quite heavily. So, as the Chimera looks at you guys, it knows, I guess these guys are all going for me or something like that. I don't know. You don't know what it's thinking. But it looks towards Nishan, and in its final moments, it is going to attack you with a bite from the lion head, which misses. It is going to attack with the horns, which also miss. And then it is going to try to swipe at you with its dragon claws, which will hit for 7.
Is that at me?
That is at you.
For 7. Okay. I can't believe I actually survived that.
At this point, it's going to try to fly away. So Nishan and Akta, you guys can take a opportunity attack.
I get to use a
You can
cantrip.
use a cantrip, yeah.
Okay.
It will be a disadvantage if it is unless it's a save. If it's like a saving throw, it won't be. But if it's a spell attack, it'll be, unless it's a melee spell attack. Just because it's still right there in your face.
Right.
So go ahead and roll your, not your first Morning Star
Let's do,
Strike, but
I
your
think,
other one.
Acid Splash. Yeah, there's a dex save. It's dex save for Acid Splash.
Alright. Acta connects. And go ahead and roll your Acid Splash. And it fails its save. So, as it sees that it's in trouble, it starts to flap its wings. You and Acta both take this opportunity to strike at it before it gets out of your reach. As you put your fingers in front of you and acid sprays from them, the Chimera is a little too slow to react, and as it's trying to dodge out of the way, it still takes the full 4 acid damage. While it's trying to dodge out of the way, Acta follows up with a backswing of her Morning Star, smacking the dragon head square in the face. At this point, you hear it make a bellowing screech once again. as it is slain.
Nice.
I'd like to reach over and high five to Sean.
I as well extend a hand. I'll extend my mage hand for the high five.
Interesting. All right.
Connect solidly.
The Chimera falls. That bellowing screech was pretty loud. It kind of hurt your ears being right in its face. Coming, 3 sets of vocal cords to your elven ears was not very fun. But you're not deaf. You're good. At this point, it's the Manticore's turn. It's seeing that the owlbears are now content with attacking you guys. It is going to fly over there, drop off its baby, and then fly back a little ways. It doesn't look like it's ready to leave, but it wants to make sure the corpse of its baby is safe. Within 100 feet, yeah, it is going to use its tail spikes against this owlbear, hitting it and dealing its damage. Alright. So the Manticore flies over, drops off its baby, swoops back up, and it swings its tail towards that owlbear, releasing one of its tail spikes, which takes, I guess it's embedded in the owlbear's right buttocks area, if that makes sense.
But
Next is Akta.
I'd like to run forward and Morningstar the shit out of that one owlbear.
Alright. Go ahead and swing your Morning Stars. Use your first one once, and then the other 2 will be the second Morning Star button. So the first and the last one will hit. The second one does not connect. So you run in screaming, I guess your battle cry. I don't know what it sounds like.
Narnia!
There we go.
I was thinking,
You
like-
scream for Narnia. You go in with a right-handed swing, and you connect with its face. You come in with your left, which isn't your strongest hand, but it usually still does you good. But this time the owlbear is just barely able to get out of the way of that one, which you instinctively do a sort of backswing and smash it right in the face with your third strike, dealing a total of 25 damage. Is that your turn?
Yeah, oh, can I back away just a tiny bit?
You will invoke a opportunity attack, but yes, you can if you want.
Just kidding, I don't want to do it then.
Okay. For Drake?
I'm good.
Alright, I'm going to use my bonus action to move my Hex Curse to the owlbear right there.
Okie dokie.
First, I'm going to move up 30. I'm going to flourish. The defense, as is my way. It's gonna let me do it.
Yeah, 14 will hit. It's a D6 extra damage that's necrotic, right?
It already adds it in my thing.
Oh, does it?
Everything's
Okay.
there.
There you go, neat. Alright, in that case, you deal 22 damage straight up. So you run over, and as you are starting to dance with your blade, you kind of entrance the owl with your sword, making it go, where am I going to hit you? Where am I going to hit you? And then you go in with a fake out, and then you stab it in its left, I guess, leg.
I have 5 extra AC.
Beautiful.
That's it.
All right. Top of the round, Owlbear's turn. Not happy with what you just did to it. It is going to attack you, for Drake.
Okay.
And then you're at 19 AC.
Yep.
So it goes in with its beak and misses. And then it goes in with its claws, and you're like fluidly able to dance around its attacks, which confuse the hell out of the owlbear. Seeing that there's not much point in trying to attack you, this other owlbear will go up to Inara, because it's still mad at her, and attack with its bite and a claw attack. It's able to peck her in the face, but it can't connect with its claws. So it goes in, and Inara gets pecked in the forehead, which leaves a nice little indent that starts to bleed. She doesn't look very happy. Jiff, your turn.
I'm going to move forward a bit. So my spell ended because concentration on that one thing ended.
Yes.
So you take the green thingy off of me. I'm gonna do a shatter. Yeah. 3 on the 2 owlbear.
Magic missile, level 3, is that what you said?
No.
Oh, shatter, level 3.
Shatter. Trying to. Thing isn't connected to.
You do.
You can just roll the damage. Is it a save?
They have a save of. Okay, I'll just do the base one. Screw it. This is not something to go through.
Well, I don't think at any level it goes through. For some reason, your sheet won't do the shatter. I think we gotta delete the spell and re-input it.
Okay. Then it's.
Just tell me the save and the save amount.
Save amount. Creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save.
Yeah, what's
Half
the
as much
save?
when successful.
I need to know
I
that number.
didn't roll a number. It wouldn't let me roll a number.
Not
No,
that it
what is
actually-
your spell DC save?
16.
And which is a dex?
It's intelligence.
Intelligence. No, well,
The
it's
thing
spell.
is Constitution. Constitution.
okay. So one of them rolls a natural 20, and the other one a natural 19. So half the
Take
damage,
half.
3
Yep.
3d8s. Go ahead.
Yeah,
and
I
roll
was
that.
trying to do a level 3 though. So that'd be 4d8? No.
If you did it a spell level above, it should be 1 extra die.
Okay. 4. 8.
Okay, so it takes half that, both of them, so 9. So as you cast your shatter, both owlbears sort of duck out of the way to miss a brunt of the force, but still take the damage. The one next to Inara doesn't seem as affected by it as the one that is currently surrounded by 3 of your fellows. The one surrounded by your fellows isn't looking all too good. It's
I'm
a
a turn.
curtain. Okay. Next, Adeline is going to go, and he is going to use his glaive to attack the owlbear. He hits. With the one strike, he takes his glaive and he goes to stab it in the face, which as he does, the owlbear lets out a screech, but his glaive connected so well that as the owlbear moves its head, it almost looks as if Adeline is fishing and fighting a fish right now as he holds his glaives true. And the owlbear, after giving up its fight, falls down dead. Not done killing, since he likes to kill from what you guys learned the other day. He walks over to the other owlbear and will swing with his glaive again with flanking bonus. Interesting. Wow. On a d10, he rolled a 1. But he connects, dealing 5 damage to it. So he stabs the one owlbear in the face, bringing it to its knees, and then runs over behind the other one and goes in for another swing. But it doesn't seem like its hindquarters mind being beaten, I guess, question mark. Is it a gay owlbear? We don't know.
Adeline uses his glaive to attack the owlbear, managing to fell it. He then walks to the other owlbear, manages to crit, and fucks up his damage roll, dealing only 5.
I know, right? He ends his turn. Next is Nishan. Oh wait, actually he doesn't finish. He gets a D4. He's going to use his bonus action to try to hit with the blunt end. Yeah, I forgot he could do that. But he pounds it in the ass one more time, dealing almost as much damage as his crit.
Incredible.
Now it's Nishan's turn.
Okay. Alright, let me... how's this owlbear looking? Let's see.
So it's looking a little roughed up, but it's not as hurt as its former comrade.
Okay, let's do... Let me do the circlet of blasting.
Okay, go for it.
What is that? Scorching ray, right?
Should be yes.
Yep, there you go. Wow.
Alright, so it's 3 rays though, remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, so he attacks 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hits 3 times, but still though, I just rolled a 1.
So, yeah, that's unfortunate, but
It's
you rolled
average.
a 6 too, yeah. Alright, so you, your little circlet, you touch it with your finger, and then you sort of flick your finger, and you do it 3 different times. So it looks like you've got laser beams coming out of your frickin' head. It's pretty neat.
Nice.
Are those sharks with frickin' laser beams on their frickin' head? And you pow, 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 as all 3 of them connect. And actually, I think you got to roll attack for each one of them. Isn't that how it rolled?
I thought it was like magic missile.
I don't think it is.
Once it hits, the target takes 2d6 fire damage.
Oh yeah, that's if you change up the. Okay. No, make a ranged spell attack for each ray. So they could actually all do different damage. So go ahead and roll the scorching ray 3 times or 2 more times for me. The first one will hit for 7.
Okay. 2
Oh, there you go. Okay, for 13.
and 1 more.
The last one does not hit. So you touch your circlet and you see the fire start to imbue the ruby that's in it, and you sort of headbang 3 times like a chicken, in a way, and it's pow, pow, pow. The third one you got a little carried away and end up doing too much of a headbang and hit just in front of its feet, barely missing it. But now it's got some seared feathers / skin, and it's starting to pant pretty heavily. It is not looking good. Next is Anara, who is going to use her bonus action to disengage again. She's going to run towards Jeff, hoping that either A, the owlbear will not be able to get to her, or B, that it will see Jeff as a more appetizing target. Who knows?
Who knows?
That's how Anara rolls. She's going to take a shot with her crossbow, hitting it for 12 damage. So as she's running, she sort of like does a slide into first base and turns around really cool like and lets go of a arrow or a bolt, hitting the owlbear in its left cheek. So now whenever it opens its mouth, you can see the bolt protruding through its mouth. It is not looking good for the owlbear, the poor guy. That is her turn. The manticore is seeing this. It is pleased with what it sees and will shoot more spikes at that owlbear. If I could, I would ask the manticore how it wants to do this, but he did not kill it. But this here spike flies majestically through the air and lands on the owlbear's other side of the cheek. So now when it opens its mouth, it has a bolt coming from the left and a spike from the manticore tail on the right. So think of that one piercing that people get. I don't know what they're called, but they're in the cheeks, and it makes me wonder how they are able to swallow water. Yeah, without like watering the plants around them. But you know, whatever. That's what the owlbear is going through a phase. Is what I'm trying to say.
I'm ultra mouse gauges.
But an experiment.
Mouse gauges.
Next is Octa.
Can I cast Hellish Rebuke, or do I have to have something happen to me first?
You have to be.
You have to have be hit. Yeah.
And I would like to kill the shit out of it with the Morning Star again.
All right, go ahead and walk and make your attacks.
All right.
That will hit, and there's no need to roll your other ones. How do you want to do this? Paint a picture for me. No decapitation, because if you decapitate with the Morning Star, I feel like that's a little excessive.
I'm gonna run up with my Xena Warrior Cry and swing it a couple times and bash it in the back of the head.
So you run up screaming like an Indian woman slash, yeah, and there we go, that's beautiful. So you run up and you start just flailing your arms. You smack the shit out of it with your right hand, and it lets out a mighty roar as it falls to the ground. But you instinctually just keep on bashing it and bashing it. The bloodlust has gotten to you, and your friends are just watching you beat the shit out of this corpse.
I'm gonna hit it one more time.
Okay. Hit it. Yeah, you hit a really good spot, and you can hear the crackling of its shoulder as you break the shoulder blade.
I'd like to see if I can reach in and get a part of that shoulder blade.
Oh jeez.
As you start to reach your hand, hold on. You guys hear one final cry.
So this is not the sound I heard last night, right?
None of you have heard this sound before. This is new.
Did you guys hear that last night? I did not.
Coming from below the ravine,
I pull my hand out of the owlbear and
And you what?
with breathtaking speed from below the mountain, you see a red dragon flying really fast. It gets to this location and lands and lets out its bellowing roar one last time.
It's a
Drake is
dragon.
extremely happy.
I am,
Drake,
I am
look.
extremely
It's a
scared.
dragon! I saw a dragon!
Extremely cautious.
Extremely excited.
At this point, the Manicore sees it and flies towards its baby, picking it up and then trying to make a run for it. The red dragon looks at the Manticore as it runs, but it would rather go for the already dead prey. It lets out a final bellowing roar, and all of you that can speak Draconic, you can hear muttered words, "My food."
I say,
I ask it in Draconic, can I watch?
I said, yes, it is your food.
It says back to you, "You can watch from
Yes!
beyond the grave unless you leave.
Unhappy.
And yes, I would like to eat my food in peace. Leave now, or face the consequences.
Can we ask you a question?
Make it quick, I am hungry."
Do you know where your mother is? And is she concerned that you're not there?
My mother is still asleep. She is not worried about me right now. I
Okay.
take care of myself.
Will you be going back to the Go-Boat soon?
The kobolds. Pathetic little kobolds. They give me riches beyond my wildest dreams. So yes, I will be returning. Until they until they cease their usefulness, I will stay with them. They are my loyal servants. Now,
I see.
go.
You're heading off.
Do all of you head off?
I do.
Adeline
Yeah.
is content with leaving, as is
Okay.
Onara.
Those of us who don't speak Draconic, did somebody tell us what's going on?
Not yet.
It's going
We
to
should-
fucking eat us unless we leave.
I'm gonna tell you that we should probably leave.
Okay, we're leaving.
And I'm leaving.
As
want
you
to
start to
leave
leave,
peacefully.
it shouts out in common, "Wait!" Each of you drop one possession
You gotta
or
be
face
kidding
my
me.
wrath.
You gotta be
I drop a blank scroll.
position.
It's not very happy with that.
I drop 1 gold.
That is not enough. More! More! I need
I
more.
drop exactly 38 gold.
I'm not gonna drop shit.
I drop a red hat.
I'm gonna drop 30 gold.
Let's see. Anara is going to take the last of her shaved coins and drop them down, equating to about 50 gold pieces. Adeline, let's see, what does he even have? He puts down a couple of... he drops a handful of carrots, of magical carrots, and
Oh,
2
no.
of his healing kits.
I drop the rest of my carrots as well.
Guys.
Let's not do this.
It's not gonna eat them.
So-
How do you know?
It flies over and lands a little bit in front of you, looking at each of your feet. It looks at for Drake. You were fine. It looks at Nishan. You were
Alright.
fine.
I'm starting to walk away.
It looks at Jeff. No, scaly ones, stay. Until I have everything I need, you will stay.
I drop some incense. A pound of incense.
Is that it?
And a soul jar.
Ooh. Intriguing.
Does it have a soul in it?
It does.
Yes.
He should have, I think, 4 of them.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. We haven't
dropped,
seen those in forever.
I dropped one. I placed one on the ground and explained what it is.
A soul jar. Could be useful.
Contains the soul of a human.
Humans are trash. This is perfect.
Rachel, do you know what this is?
I can't really remember. I feel like I know a little bit about it, but it's gone.
Okay. So you see, like, are they corked or?
Yeah,
They're
they're like a, think of a big ass jar, like an excessively
Oh,
big ass jar.
you're right. This
with a
is not.
cork.
This is not a worthy treasure for a dragon.
Oh no, it is. It shows that humans are beneath me and captured.
Oh.
So
It will do me well as a
you
nightlight.
see this nice, glowing, this really large corked jar. In it, there's, I believe it was a purple floating light.
It is, yeah, purple flowing like orb, wispy light.
And it's just sort of like bouncing around in there, kind of slow, and it gives off some faint purple light.
It's pretty neat. It looks at Adeline's feet. I need more. So Adeline matches the gold that you guys have thrown in, 40 gold. That is good. It finally looks to Acta. You have not given your tribute. What do you offer?
We just slayed the beast that lay before you. Your meal should be enough offering.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Alright, it is not very happy with that answer. Fool! If that is your answer, then you will suffer the consequences. At this point, it rears its head back, and you can see embers coming from its mouth.
Can I move?
You guys cannot move.
I definitely know what's about to happen.
I can't move in front of her. At all?
No, a cone of 30 feet in front of it.
Oh, so everyone.
All of you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
What does the orb do?
Your orb would be able to absorb some of the damage.
Still gonna make the dex.
I'm gonna lucky that.
Dex.
Yeah,
better.
make a dex saving throw.
I'm a lucky the shit out of that. I'm a lucky. Oh no. Wait, did I have another one? Yeah, I
You
have
should
one more. I
have
have one
3,
more.
and
Yeah, one more.
get another
Fries
one.
and blue dragon horn.
Cool.
Alright, so Anara and Jeff will only take half the damage. Everyone else takes the full brunt.
Does
Anara,
Orb accept
huh?
help me or everybody? Does Orb help everybody or just
Only
me?
you.
Okay.
I want to go ahead and absorb element.
You'll failure of a dex save.
Well, you could do that, but it wouldn't help you. You all take
Okay.
56 damage if you failed it.
Yep.
Adeline,
How much damage?
56. You failed, but you also have resistance to fire, so you take 28 damage.
Okay, question.
Answer.
What's the whole rule with the hit points? You said
What's your maximum hit points?
45.
Oh dear. Well, your absorb elements will make it to where you don't die. How about that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So your absorb elements, you'll take 28, but that drops you to 0. Let's put that.
I am at negative 11 HP.
Are two dragony and
Well, he's a
tough.
blue dragon, not red.
oh,
He's
he
resistant to
gets-
lightning.
the
So I fail my dex save even with my 16.
You do.
Correct.
It was a DC 17.
oh,
Nara also has hellish resistance, so she only takes 28. Jeff, you use your orb, correct?
Yes, or does it automatically do its thing?
It would, well, you have to let it, like, you have to say that you're going to do it. So right now
yeah,
you're
I'm
taking
definitely gonna do
28, and if you're going to do it again, then you would only take 14, so subtract that.
Yep, I'll do that.
Bill is also at 0 HP.
As I go down, I say something about wanting to see one, not fight one.
As 3 of your party members drop, the dragon looks back at you, Acta. Well, must we do this again? Please, make me do it again.
Octa begrudgingly coughs a little bit of smoke, rummages in her pockets and pulls out 50 gold, throws it on the ground real hard. No words.
Because of your sniveling insolence, I require more.
She's not gonna give the dragon any.
I will
She's
give
not gonna
him.
speak to it anymore.
I'm taking a picture of
I
this.
will give the dragon 50 gold.
Alright, so you cough it up. Remember this, human. If your party does not have your best interest at heart, what is the point of following them? Now, leave your possessions, take your pathetic party members, and leave my presence before I get angry.
And I say understood. And I grab Adeline and start dragging his body over.
Anara will grab Nishan and drag him. Is Acta gonna
Octa's
grab?
pouting and pulling the burned hair from her regular hair.
I give her
Meanwhile, on the
Adeline.
ground.
I give her Adeline, and I go back for Drake.
She grabs the body and taps it over her shoulders and starts walking away.
You just had to see a dragon, huh? as I'm dragging him along. Good time, huh? Ugh.
So the young dragon lets out another roar as a victory cry as it gathers up all the loot that it just collected from you guys. After it collects it, it starts to eat the chimera. But you don't really want to stick around too long. It's probably best to get your friends some medical attention as both your healers are down.
Healer's down, need a res. Out of mana.
Do any of you have a healer's kit?
I have potions I could shove down their throats, but that's about it.
Well, you can shove potions down their throats if you would like.
Oh, well, they won't come back on their own?
They will after...
3 successful life saves.
Well, no. I think it's... so, death saving throws are made until one of you guys either uses a healer's kit or you make a medicine roll to stabilize them, or if you heal them. So, if you guys...
I will try it. It's medicine.
Alright, so go ahead and try it.
You stingy ass fucker.
So it does not happen for Drake. Adeline and Nishan make a death saving throw.
Oh,
Okay.
That is
I-
exactly a success, isn't
It
it?
is, it is.
So he's back.
No,
No.
he's not back. You've gotta, so you
have
gotta
one
make,
success.
you gotta make 3 successes in order to be stabilized. When you're stabilized, it's 1d4 hours before you gain 1 hit point. If you
Oh,
get 3 failures, you die outright. If you get a natural 1, it's 2 failures. If you get a natural 20, you regain 1 HP.
I take this chance to look at Drake's hand and take the ring
God, you stingy fuck.
and
I hope my character dies so that I
And-
can come back in a ghost form and just yell at you
And I put it,
and haunt you for the rest of your life.
and I put it on. I take one of my greater healing potions, and can I give him half? Can I give him halvesies to both of them?
In order to get the full effects, it needs to be the whole thing.
Okay. I give the drag a healing potion.
Okay. And it's the greater?
I don't have any lesser ones that I can see. So yes. Does anyone else have healing potions?
All I have is an alchemist supplies.
What does Anara, does Anara have any healing potions?
Do you think Inara's gonna actually heal someone?
She better, because I only have one more, and
Hold on, I'm
I
looking. Yeah,
I-
this would be a time that she would use,
yeah.
I've got 3
But-
potions of healing.
I have to change my.
Okay.
I have to
No,
change my
I-
inventory.
she has
again.
no healing potions.
I've got 1
Um,
potion of healing.
Can we look inside of their bags?
Never mind, she has one healing potion. So yeah, you would be able, or Anara is going to drop one of her only potion down Nishan's gullet.
Awesome.
That in each potion of healing, you have the greater one. You said, Jeff.
Yeah, I gave
So
him my greater one.
it's 4d4 plus 4. Anara's is 2d4 plus 2. So 2.
You said.
So
2.
Nishan gets 6 HP.
Alright.
I annotated it. And then go ahead and roll 4d4 for the greater one and add 4 to it. Jiff.
Say what?
Roll the 4d. Oh, I'll do it.
Oh, sorry.
For Drake, gets
That's fine.
15 HP.
Do I immediately wake up?
You do.
Yay.
So, wanted to see a dragon today, huh?
I don't.
Adeline is still unconscious.
Now look, I'm not the one
Mm-hmm.
who.
We'll talk about it on the road. We gotta get out of here.
Adeline fails the death saving throw.
Accusation.
Hey, are we gonna get him up, or nah?
I mean, I have a greater
wait.
one, but
I
right now
notice
Area.
Adeline dying.
Yes.
Adeline's still bleeding out.
I give him a potion.
Okie dokie.
I look in my bag. And as it is the first time I have tried looking for a potion since this since this entire thing started, I finally notice the
Some
other health
dusty
potion that was
potions.
stuck in there. There are now
Is it a regular healing?
they're just regular ass health potions. But there's one
He
more than I
will
thought there would
heal
be.
7. Waking up and that was not the fun. We should get out of here.
full speed towards home.
For Drake, you look back real quick and you notice that the Chimera has been devoured completely already. In the span of 10 seconds. The red dragon is sort of picking its teeth with what you think is the femur of one of the goat legs, and the femur is probably as long as your torso.
Let's watchy. Running.
Do all of you run?
I am
Yes.
Adeline
Yes.
and Nara say
Yes.
yes. Okay.
I am running towards those horses.
All right.
Or
So,
dead.
yeah, the dragon starts to crawl over to the owlbears and starts to eat on them. As you guys run away, you're able to get to your horses without noticing anything else. Where do you head?
Towards iron.
Away.
Or the three firebolts aren't gonna have the goblins meet us at the meeting post, are they? Or no?
You guys didn't discuss a meeting point, but the goblins probably have their own methods of figuring out where Siege is going to be. They do
Okay.
live in these mountains. All you know is that they're going to meet him when he
I'm
gets here.
running towards Iris.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So, you guys all get on your horses. Nishan and Jeffrey are on the same horse like last time, and you guys are booking it. Since you're going at fast pace speed, who is going to be keeping watch?
Not I. I do not.
Anara says that she'll lead the way. So she will make a perception check real quick. Okay, so you guys are so much in a rush that you keep on galloping, going. Let's see if anything happens. Nothing happens. Within about half the amount of time that it took you guys to get here, you make it to Iris because your horses somewhat heard the dragon and were scared shitless as well. Seeing you guys all torn up, they boogied. They wanted to get the hell out of there too. And you guys make it back to Iris without incident.
So,
Once you guys make it back to Iris, you run down the hills. As you're getting to about the entrance right around here, for Drake, you see your father wheeling the cart through the gates as he is just arriving back as well. For Drake, oh God, what happened to you guys?
we had a little bit of an accident. We tried to barbecue something, but someone doesn't know how to manage a campfire, and I'm lying. We got attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? You saw one?
Yes, a dragon was
Just
so
keep it
cool.
down. Yes. There's the baby one. It's definitely alive, and it almost killed us. We're lucky to be here. There's also chimeras and owlbears and manticores in these mountains. Did you know that? Because I did not know that. That was important information.
It did confirm that its mother was still alive.
Yes.
So there is another dragon out there. So there are two dragons. One's younger than the other, of course, because it's the baby, but it's still able to do this kind of damage to you.
It's fucking huge.
It's like as big as like 3D stall.
Wow, that's oddly fascinating yet terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, we gotta.
If it weren't for our good compatriot Yef here, we'd all be dead.
Am I the only? Oh wait, why me?
You gave out the final patronage that Acta did not want to give.
Okay.
For the record, I still have a crap ton more gold. I just did not want to give that stupid dragon anymore.
I look at you glaringly. Please think about us next time.
Oh yeah, that's right, Acta.
I'm sorry.
Did you not think that, the myths and legends are there for?
I had to give that thing a human soul. Do you think I want to do that? No.
That's much to eat.
It's a dragon. We're not in a position to bargain with it.
Regardless.
I knew that. I just wanted to see one because they're myth and legend.
At this point, Adeline pipes in. He's like, "You have caused great suffering. You are lucky you're a friend. Otherwise, I would kill you now."
It's okay.
You know what? I'm not sure if Bill would just let her off like that.
Well, I don't know either, but at this point, I have to assume that he
If
wouldn't
only
attack.
we
You know.
If only he were here.
Okay, guys. Okay, well, calm down. Yes, it's been a long day, but we gotta go inform them, the council, and we gotta just get some rest. Okay. Prepare for the next days to come because it's gonna be a doozy. Unless we all want to get out of here now.
What time is it?
So by the time when you guys were fighting the creatures and such, it was probably around noon. At this point, it is around 8 o'clock at night. So the sun is setting. It's just barely peeping over the horizon. So there's just a little bit of light left, but all the street lights and stuff are turning on.
I am going to go find Edisot with or without you.
But at this point,
I am going to cast Healing Word on myself until I'm full HP.
before you guys do any of that, you guys have followed Pyroth down the switchback, and you're in the middle of town. And as you guys are sitting there, sort of yelling at each other, that is where we will
Mostly
end
active.
today's session. We can heal and stuff next session.
Mostly active.
Oh,
What are
I'm
you
over
doing?
here.
I said I was sorry.
What are you doing? What's going on?
It's enlarging us.
I didn't mean to do that. I pressed the wrong button.
That was
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that is today's session. So, yay, y'all barely fucking survived, dude. I didn't expect
Oh,
that
wow.
damage.
Drake is so happy despite almost dying.
Question about the before I forget the absorption. What that
Yes,
one?
that would the Dragonfire would have given you a charge.
Ooh, no charge though.
At this point, Jeff, also, if you could make separate, what's it called, tally marks for fire, lightning, water, and air damage.
So right now it's
So yeah, at this point forward,
think
it's
he could
separate
save
damage
the
that you can
world.
take.
okay.
So put that you absorb
Yeah.
one fire. You can delete the other tick marks unless you just want to keep them there.
Okay. Fire, water, air, and what?
Fire, water, air, and lightning.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, with that, we are done for today. What did we learn? I'm just joking.
When we're using our familiars fly low if we're trying to get the attention of something.
Let me read a couple things. All right, so
I amend
Yeah.
myself. Don't piss off dragons unless your party members are out of the way.
that's pretty good. I can dig that one. All right, but so next week we'll probably play around 5 o'clock again. Would that work for everybody? Dan, I know you said you probably don't know because you'll be TDY,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I don't know when we're gonna be landing or everything, so I don't have an itinerary as of right now. So
We might do the other campaign then.
okay,
Just because, we don't need everybody for that one. This campaign, I think maybe that's what we'll do. If we don't have like a good majority of everybody, we'll probably play the other campaign. So yeah. But
Cool.
next week we'll probably most likely play at 5. I don't think Inara will be able to join because that's like, I think, midnight her time.
yeah,
But the time after that, I shouldn't have work that late, so we should be able to start around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I think that usually helps you out, Dan, right?
yeah, it does.
Okay, so we'll be trying to shoot for the earlier in the afternoon times, just because I feel like it's more convenient for everybody.
I can do that.
Tokens are still a little bit wide.
Yeah, I'll just probably just lead them and bring them back in. But anyway, hopefully you guys had fun and aren't too distraught. And then until next time, I will see y'all later.
See you.
Peace
Yeah.
out, y'all.
I'm not.
All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That was a twist. Until next time, peace.